Oh, man. How we doing? How are we feeling, Cleveland chat? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Let's see what chat's on. Can chat hear me? Yeah, chat can hear me. Cool. Woo! Let's go. Mike Prefer, head coach today. This is for all the marbles, literally speaking. The Browns' future could not be brighter for this season if they get this win, and it cannot get much darker if they don't. And they're relying on Nick Mullins, Nick Chubb, Dearness Johnson, Myles Garrett, JOK, and a handful of other starters to get it done here on a Monday night. This is what we watch for. And they're going to kick it shallow to Demetric Felton. He's going to have a little bit of a crease, and he's going to get about to the 21, 26. All right, let's see what Nick Mullins has. Now, if I heard correctly, they switched the left tackle, and that's going to be Joe Bitonio. Yeah, so Joe Bitonio, first time, I think in a while, I think maybe at some point in 2019 he played a little bit of left tackle, or at least it was talked about. But it's first time in some years he's been at left tackle, former college left tackle. It's a desperate situation for the Browns. Blake Glass, in case of emergency, they're going to run out the shotgun for the first play here, and they're going to get a positive 4 or 5 yards here, depending on the spot. All right, man. Whistle's blown. Let it go, Abram. Appreciate everybody who's here to start the show. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you shout out the stream if you enjoy it. Second play here, Nick Mullins completed to Rashad Higgins. And I think that's the first down. It's a tight pass right there. This crowd's just happy to hear a completed pass. Play action handoff. Tosses it to Njoku. Njoku moving the ball. Browns coming out with that good energy, at least on the offensive side of the ball. And rotate both tight ends right with left. He's going to do a hard count. 6 seconds left on the play clock. All right, he's got to snap it. Oh, too late. And Nick Mullins. Come on, man. That's on Nick Mullins right there. Nick Mullins got lost in the pre-snap. He kind of took his eye off the play clock. Hey, that's going to happen when you got a guy starting for the first time in a couple of years. And we got our first super chat of the night from Sly, who says, we are sending out the 2018 Browns. Let's be glad they don't have Hugh game planner. 2018's Browns offense was better than this Browns offense. All right, Peoples-Jones going to get back the penalty yardage and a couple extra yards here, make for a 2nd and 7. Second and 9 here. Browns about 3 yards from midfield. And they blew that up. And that Browns are going to get knocked back about 15 there on the opening drive. So we're going to be in a third and super long here. Yeah, they knew. Browns went back to the play. They got the penalty on. And Abrams just snuffed that one out automatically. Again, no Kevin Stefanski. It's Alex Van Pelt calling the plays today. And they're going to go with the 3rd and 16 draw. That's going to lose them 3 yards. We still ain't got Gillen. And that looks like a solid punt. Come on. All right, the Browns going to send their defense out there after this commercial break from NFL Network.
What if I told you about a kid who saw possibilities?
Hilarious. Hold on 1 second.
High school player of the year twice.
Then went off to college. D1, top shelf.
All right, so I would defend this just in the same way that if this were Kevin Stefanski that did that. But the 3rd and 16 draw play when you're down to a 3rd-string quarterback, I get that, right? Maybe if you feel like you got a franchise guy who could make that play, you would go there. But I don't think they feel like that about Nick Mullins because he would at least be on the active roster if they felt that way about him. So ultimately, I understand that call. It's not going to make it any less frustrating to watch for some folks, but that one's understandable. Now, I don't think we would have that same grace with Kevin Stefanski, some of us, but yeah, that was a fine. That was in the realm of fine calls, right? Like I would have, maybe if you want to keep it low risk, I could understand if you want to go slip screen on 3rd and 16, but there's the idea of, hey, you don't want to waste the slip screen where it might not convert when you can get a slip screen that's going to be pretty vital later in the game. There is some gamesmanship there. It's not Madden, right, where you could just call one play however many times you want. You have to be careful with how many times you call, certain screens there. But, they went low risk there. Dearness is actually pretty good out that draw normally. But, they decided to put this game in the defensive's hands. Yeah, the delay of game, right? That kind of derailed the whole drive. And that happens all the time, right? We could talk about play calling all we want, but, when you get a penalty that puts you behind the sticks early on, that's going to be the kind of thing that's going to affect the play calling to the point to where things get super sloppy and messy. All right, we're back.
NFL Network Special is brought to you by Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey, one for all.
Derek Carr leads the NFL's number 2 passing offense. A lot of that though was built early on. They're trying to get back to some of that early season success as they've struggled lately. As Steve said earlier, they want to make this a Josh Jacobs game, but there hasn't been many Josh Jacobs games this year. It's really been about Derek Carr.
Now, one of the big misses for the Browns is Malik McDowell on the inside. That's a big piece of the Browns' run defense. Also, Jadeveon Clowney not being in there, too. The first play, we're going to get a good play by Taki and to knock him behind the line of scrimmage. Ray Rags with the $5 super chat says, why would you run the exact same play with the exact same motion that you got a penalty on? That's an Alex Van Pelt question. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe they felt like they had something there and they had to see it out. Sometimes that gets the better of you. They give up the first down here. They have to be careful. They got this return to like the 30, so they're not that far from field goal range. Got MJ Stewart out there because Troy Hill, I don't believe he's going to play for a couple of weeks. Greedy Williams out there for the injured Greg Newsome. So you see what side of the field that they're going to try to attack. They're going to try to attack MJ Stewart all day long and Greedy Williams. They're going to stay away from Denzel Ward, I would assume. It might be a 5-yard penalty or 10-yard penalty. That's a big one. It's going to be 1st and 20.
And so it is a hold on this struggling offensive line. They've had a pretty good sense of continuity, but this group has struggled. And at the skill spots, again, they'll be without Darren Waller. 3rd consecutive game for a tight end that changes this offense when he's in there. They're without him.
Well, you look at him and you say, of course he changes their offense. Such a big-time playmaker, but Derek Carr tells us it's not just what he does.
1st and 20 changes the equation a lot. Now you can be a little bit more aggressive with your pass rush. Miles does a good job stunning the outside. They're going to push that one back in. Good play by Malcolm Smith there to stop it for a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 19.
Thanks to the 48 hours, the game has moved back. They got that clarity jumper. They got Tad McKinley up front. They got Anthony Walker back in linebacker. He's their leading tackler. And then maybe most importantly, Kurt, John Johnson in a very depleted safeties position earlier today.
They got MJ Stewart playing safety. Oh, man. Yeah, because Grant and Ronnie are out. Miles gets around the corner, flushes him out. He's going to throw this, and it's going to be a 3rd and 5 here.
This is something that Derek Carr does really, really well. Some of those issues they've had up front. Always
See what happened here.
those guys coming off the edge.
Sheldon Day got pushed into the wrong zone, wasn't able to maintain his spot. Yeah, he got pushed out of his gap. They opened up that passing lane for Derek Carr right there. 3rd and 3. They're going to go something quick here. 7 cannot see the play. Got it to Jackson.
They signed him in early November. He had a huge game against the Cowboys, but that is all he's done. They're hoping that this is a big night for him.
There's no two guys, Hunter Renfrow in these situations. The Browns decide to double him. So Derek's key find the one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, they're just going to go at MJ Stewart as much as they can possibly.
Darren Waller not in here. Got a guy that's averaging over 20 yards a catch. Sean
Brown's going to have to adjust to that.
Jackson going to have to make big-time plays in those critical situations.
It's probably going to be a run here. And they do run it, and they get stuffed.
Well, it has been, like you talked about off of the top, a tumultuous season. John Gruden resigns as head coach after the much-publicized story leading up to it. Rich Bisaccia.
Yeah, they've been through a lot this year. A lot of teams been through a ton this year. The Raiders probably got some of the more unusual stuff that happened to them. It's been a weird year. Starting to say that for every year, though. All right, 2nd and 12. Seconds left. Good push by Porter Gustin, but they vacate his zone and give up a 1st down.
Good read here by Derek Carr as the defense ends up condensing their seat. All the guys from the Browns stay to the inside, chasing Hunter Renfrow.
Sheldon Day keeps getting pushed into the opposite gap. That's a problem.
Quickly, let your playmakers make plays.
Hey. And Miles off the field right now. He's going to move up, steps up, and that might score. No, he's going to be stopped short. 1st and goal for the Raiders. Still no Miles on the field here. And they're going to stop that there, get to second and goal. So they went QB rush right. It's a Cam Newton play they pulled out right there. Browns were ready for it, though. They're putting Marcus Mariota in the game. They just ran the last play. They're going to go veer. I think they're going to try to sneak something over top here. That's stuffed. We're at third and goal. And that's a hold on the offense. It's huge. That's going to bring it to second down here. And the hold is exactly where you think it would be. A tight end matched up with Myles Garrett. Ray Rags, it says, I know Myles needs breaks, but I don't know how long he could be on the bench this game. And they've been all right. Tack McKinley going to close his pocket in, forces a quick throw to Hunter Renfrow, and we're going to be at a 3rd and 6. Well, 3rd and goal, but from 6 yards out. It's got to be his hair. All right, 3rd and goal here. This is a huge 3rd and goal. They could call timeout, but there is a penalty on the field. What are you doing? Am I still on? Okay. She can't be up here. She might have to go to a different room. Too energetic right now. You want food? Huh, let me give you food. Come on. After this play, you'll get food, Mal. All right, 3rd and goal. One-on-one coverage up top. Have to imagine wherever MJ Stewart is, that's where the safety's going to follow. They're going to throw it up one-on-one, and he caught it over Denzel Ward. That's a chance you got to take there. Yeah, it's a chance you got to take there. You got MJ Stewart, who's been picked on all game. So you got to put safety help over top there. You get Denzel there. He kind of gets pushed off there, but the wide receiver just makes a good play. This wouldn't be the first time the defense had an excellent game after giving up a touchdown in the first drive. So we know those drives are scripted in the first half from a play caller standpoint. So this is their best shot is their first drive. People got a real selective memory when it comes to Denzel Ward. Every time he gives up a play, he always getting mossed. Like, Denzel Ward is one of the best corners in football right now. Let the man live. Give the man some grace. Let one play happen against Denzel Ward before y'all want to call him a bum. All right, let me take care of this situation.
Tom definitely had an alter ego.
That's what I loved about football. I could become a different person.
His reputation preceded them, and that reputation was well earned.
Blow up your sales with a smart marketing platform. MailChimp.
Phoenix taps a new keg every 35 seconds. For beer so fresh, it'll make you... Are you crying? Nope. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Good. Y'all gonna leave the stream alone for a couple minutes.
Holiday gift.
All right.
Skechers. It's comfort everyone will love, from fun shoes for kids to stylish footwear for adults. Plus apparel and gift cards.
Hey, man, we weren't gonna win this game by 3 points. We weren't gonna win this game 3-0. You had to score points at some point, so offense is gonna have to do something.
Christmas Day on Fox. Tis the season for a showdown in Lambeau. As Baker Mayfield in a must-win game. What a move! Wow! Against one of the league's best.
Oh, we got Bengal fans in chat. Bengal fans swear they hate me, but they love coming here. I understand.
An NFL Christmas doubleheader with big playoff implications. First, these Browns take on the Packers, and then in prime time, the Colts and the Cardinals. An NFL Christmas doubleheader kicks off at 3:30 Eastern on NFL Network, Fox, and Prime Video.
Well, the Browns, be honest with you, just need to find creative ways to get the ball in the hands of Nick Chubb or David Njoku. That does not require your quarterback doing a ton of work.
Recent slide, no wiggle room left. Tough final few games after this one. No touchback. They'll start at the 25. We talked about there being somewhat of a blueprint in place for the Browns, at least in terms of the coaching operation, because in the wild card game last year against the Steelers, Kevin Stefanski was out with COVID, and they won that game. Kareem Hunt had a couple of touchdowns. Nick Chubb iced the game with a 40-yard touchdown reception. 48-37 as the Browns won their first playoff game since the 94 season. And that day, Mike Prefer was the head coach. Alex Van Pelt called the plays. Same setup as today with Kevin Stefanski said, brought out the basement of the game. So that's where he's taking this.
Couch says he still hates kickers.
At the 25-yard line with a Nick Chubb run. Off the left side behind
Good run, Nick Chubb. There we go, Nick Chubb. That's the Nick Chubb we're going to need today, about a 9-yard pop. No penalty, right? Appreciate that super chat, Couch.
He's looking over your shoulder. He said we have the blueprint for this, having won a playoff game last year against Pittsburgh. In theory, this should just run itself. And offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt, who's calling the plays tonight in his absence, told me that hearing that helped him a ton, that it's about fearlessness. And he said to him that that means if we believe in it, we can go for it. That Stefanski won't be disappointed if he calls aggressively.
Drop back here. Underneath, take it. Too high, but you got it. Hey, Nick, settle in, baby. Settle in. You're a little jumpy right now. Settle in. Good catch by David. All right, we're going to go 1st and 10 here. Where are they going to set up in? Defense going to give you tight coverage on the outside, safety over left. You're going to motion over that side so you know it's man, play action. Roll it, extended hand off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb gets about 3 or 4 yards here. Clint Selby says, can you put a shoe on your head for good luck? No, I don't do that kind of thing. Not about to put a shoe on my head. That's disgusting. Appreciate the super chat, though, Clint. Yeah, I don't do that.
Blueprint is for replacing the head coach, and the trickle down that comes from that. There is no blueprint out there for replacing 18 guys. Without on COVID reserve today. Officially 2 on that first down.
Nice boot out. Stays tall. Throws it deep down the field. Has Peoples-Jones, and he dropped it. Peoples-Jones, what happened there, baby? All right, let's see what went wrong here. Again, Mullins he's slipping a little bit on that grass. It affects the throw. And Donovan Peoples-Jones gets too eager. I think he starts to try to push off 35 before he really completes that catch. And he drops it because of it. We have to make those plays. All right, so it's going to be 4th and short. They're going to punt this. Peoples-Jones right here. Yeah, look at the arm. He goes to extend, and he doesn't protect because he's trying to get rid of 35. Heads-up play by 35, though. Honestly, that's more of a heads-up play by him than it is a complete blooper on well, it's both. We're running so much clock off for it. We're down by 7. Oh, wow. Good bounce. Ray Rags with the $2 super chat. I love Chubb, but he needs to go north sophomore. He's fine. I felt like Chubb was fine on that drive. Yeah, I felt like Chubb was fine on that one. There's other times where I have problems with how he runs, but I felt like he was all right on that one. Thank you for the super chat, Ray.
You can bet $5 to win $150 on any of the 4 NFL teams to win their Christmas Day matchup. So win some green and put some extra jingle in your pocket. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Enter the promo code BET5 to win $150 if the team you pick wins their game, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Well, again, I think the whole offense right now, they're antsy, they're really anxious, and they're pressing right now. And I think that's going across everybody. You look at Nick Mullins, he can barely stay on his feet right now. He looks like he's ready to fall over. And Donovan Peoples-Jones, he probably pressed to try to get 35 off of him because he's thinking, I got to make a play, right? Everybody don't got to make a play right now, right? We just got to make the plays at the moment. Just everybody on that offense needs to take a deep breath, relax, settle in. And how do you settle them in? I would go with the heaviest run-heavy play calls that you have on this next drive. Just get the ball to Nick Chubb. Let the offense calm down. Let them settle in, especially people on the passing game. Nick Mullins, Donovan Peoples-Jones included. And really just let them settle in. Throw in some screens here or there. Some quick plays. Again, get them acclimated. Get them settled in. They're not settled right now on offense. I feel like they're very jumpy. They're antsy. And they're anxious to make a play. The energy to the crowd's kind of getting to them. They just need to relax, settle into this game a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why they waited so long to punt the ball, though. That was weird. Hey, defense out there. 2 points from the defense here. If they can get it, would be huge. Oh, that's licensed. I'm not about to get copyrighted. All right, we're back. Now, the Raiders have had some issues with false starts and hard counting themselves over this year. Be interested to see if that comes up here because that would be a 2.5-yard penalty. Myles Garrett gets some good push there. They're going to throw a quick screen out there to get about 3 yards on the first play. It's going to be second down.
As his career has gone on, where he's made huge strides is throwing the ball down the field. That was a staple early on this season, not as much the last month and a half.
Well, let's also remember the last month and a half, Darren Waller hasn't been on the football field. We talked a little bit about it earlier, how he changes coverages that you get with Darren Waller. Of course, he's a big playmaker in and of himself, but he opens up the field for those other guys.
All right, 2nd and 5. They got 10 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, Myles jumped, but he stayed. Yeah, they're just going to let this run out.
This gold means you're a champion.
Interesting first quarter. Really, 2 drives for the offense for the Cleveland Browns. Only 1 drive for the defense, or at least the Raiders' offense there. So it is the slow plotting game that we thought it would be. 7-0 score right now with the Raiders having the ball in their own, within their own 7-yard line. So we'll see what happens here once we get back from commercial. But again, my assessment so far of the offense, they need to settle in a little bit. They need to relax, right? You get the happy feet there by Nick Mullins. It kind of alters the throw. He kind of slips on that rollout. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones pressing to make a play, ends up, dropping that ball. I don't know if that was close enough to where you could have reviewed it to say it was a catch fumble out of bounds. But that might be something that feels like a missed opportunity. We didn't even look at that. And again, we're a little antsy on offense. Hopefully the defense makes some big plays, settles us in, and we can really get settled with a nice drive here to start the second once the Browns if the Browns get the ball back. So it is what it is. Again, the Browns were going to win this game 3-0. We knew they had to at least score. I would say the Browns have to at least score 17 points on offense to win this game. So we'll see where it comes from, if they can do it. All right. Hey, man, it's football. You got to play with the cards you get dealt, and that's football. Whether you think it's fair or not, you got to play with the cards you're dealt, and you can't bitch and moan about it all day. So, these are the cards the Browns were dealt. They got to win with them. Ain't no crying about it. Let's go. 2nd and 5. We're going to put Javonte Moffett there at free. It's going to be a run to the outside. And, he fumbled it. They're going to say incomplete pass. 3rd and 5. As John Johnson got there real physical. Right here on Foster Moreau, is that? Yeah. Good ball. You're going to want that to be an incomplete pass instead of a catch fumble, by the way, because that's a first down if that's a catch fumble. 3rd and 5 here. They're going to send JOK. Shout a day. No, that's not pass interference. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How in the world is that pass interference? They're both fighting at the top of this route here. That is a terrible call. Look at that hold by 7 there on 36's chest. How is that a pass interference call? That you can't call that in the NFL. That's a terrible. You cannot call something like that when it's a Hail Mary hand fight. That's a terrible call. All right, let's get over it. And you're dealt. Let's push him back. They got a first down. Oh, no, it's still second down. They got that holding call. I forgot. Yeah, so it's 2nd and 10. They got the penalty yardage back. Oh, dropped it. Oh, that's going to be 3rd and forever. Wow, what happened there? Who punched it loose? Was that Greedy Williams? No, it was. Who was it? Oh, it was Edwards himself, and then MJ Stewart finished it. Big play there because I believe that takes it out of field goal range as well. 3rd and 21. You don't want to give up more than 15 here. Oh, and he drops it. So that's going to be a punt. Good job, defense. Good job. Way to overcome the bad call. Make it a footnote. Way to do that. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You get dealt a bad hand, you got to play with it. Finish the game out. You never know how those cards are going to lie at the end of the day. Browns got dealt a bad hand on that drive. Terrible pass interference call. Found a way to get the same result. Hopefully we get this ball to bounce into the end zone. And it looks like it's going to veer left about the 15. And he's going to get it to 20, 25. All right, you got enough. Oh, staying in bounds. Again, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Look, one of the things we love about Donovan Peoples-Jones and one of the things we hate about Donovan Peoples-Jones is Donovan Peoples-Jones is always going to try and make a play. That's where it comes in good, where he drops the ball because he's trying to stiff arm somebody. That's where it comes in bad. It's just you got to take the good and the bad with Donovan Peoples-Jones, man. He just want to make plays. Sometimes he want to make them too much. But hey, we need somebody who's going to be like that, right? Hey, the Browns got better field position. Well, about the same field position with that punt return that they were going to get if they stopped it at the goal line. Again, that penalty, that PI call, that blown PI call, it's a complete non-factor because you got a good return by Peoples-Jones, get it to like the 35, and you got off the field there defensively. It's not worth bitching about anymore. They got to run the ball here. Yeah, they got to run the ball and calm this offense down, though. I would lean on Nick Chubb and say, hey, Nick, we're going to give you 2 slip screens. We're going to run this ball off tackle. We're going to just give you everything that you need. Run behind Joe Batonio and Wyatt Teller. Trust it. And just try to get this game down. Try to get the ball downfield. We're just trying to settle into offense. We're going to get the ball to you in your hands as quick as possible in as many different ways as we know how. Just kind of slow the game down. Let the offense compose itself and relax. Hey, they go ahead, read. But let the offense compose itself and relax. I love how y'all blaming Kevin Stefanski for a 3rd and 16 draw play. That's actually a good call, by the way. Like, it's a fine call when you have your 3rd string quarterback in there. But I love how people are blaming Kevin Stefanski for what Alex Van. Like, that is hilarious. We're still doing that. Stefanski ain't out there today. We can't be mad at him. They're going to keep showing this, huh?
Big drop by Donovan Peoples-Jones on that last drive from Nick Mullins, now sitting over on the sideline. And when I was talking to Nick this week, he was saying there's a number of plays we're going to have in this game plan that I've never run in practice. So you may see a lot of that on the sideline, him grabbing the receiver and going, okay, what are you thinking on this play? How are you going to run that particular route?
Well, one thing the delay did for him.
They got Anthony Schwartz in the game.
One practice with the starters. That was on Saturday. And prior to that, didn't get any reps in practice as the 3rd guy. Nick Chubb on 1st down into the arms of Max Crosby. Not much doing.
Max Crosby does a good job there stopping the run.
Monday Night Football, Vikings try to keep up in the playoff race. They head to Chicago for a showdown with the Bears on Monday Night Football. 8 o'clock, ABC and ESPN.
But you're right, you can't imagine going into an NFL game with one practice under your belt.
Throw every run play you got in the book at them. See where their soft spot is, because there has to be a soft spot on this defensive line.
Guys around you, it's got to be extremely hard.
More penalty yards than yards of offense so far for Cleveland. Head off to Chubb, looking for a seam. Gonna get one.
He gets about 6 or 4.
Total of 8 yards. A guy that is averaging close to 100 yards.
Yeah, right now, they're just testing out what spots are soft on this defensive line. Where can they hit? What's going to be their bread and butter for this game?
It's so tough to bring down in between the tackles, and they will just continue to feed it, but they've got to stay out of these 3rd and longer situations.
They're down 6 here. You see a lot of this with Baker Mayfield. Empty set. Go with it here on 3rd down for Mullins. He throws over the middle for Dearness Johnson.
Ray Rag says, I'm pretty sure most teams don't have a play for 3rd and 16. Not with your 3rd string quarterback who just started getting reps today. I know people do not want them to go for it with the 3rd string offense, and when the offense is not good to start. See, this is one of them scenarios where I'm like booing stupid. It's 4th and 2, and like look, even we got all our starters in, we don't get 4th and 2. We got punt. By the way, they're running the ball. They can't get a 1st down right now, right? So when you can't get a 1st down, how many times are you really going to be able to run the ball more than 2? You only be able to run the ball 2 times. They've had 3 possessions. They've ran the ball like 4 times in those 2 possessions. So I don't know what people are complaining about. The Browns ain't running the ball enough. Yeah. But hey, man, we knew how this game needed to be won. We're probably going to need a turnover by the defense. We need Myles Garrett to score 2 touchdowns. Let me get some water. I'll be right back in 1 second. Again, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please make sure you hit that like button so you can be notified when I upload and also when I go live. So make sure you check that out. So hit that like button if you haven't already. And I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Just going to get some water. Oh, man. What time is it? It's only 5:48. Not even that late. All right, we back.
You look at the standings, and then you look at the schedules. What's left for these teams? This is essentially a playoff game with no wiggle room left, given how difficult these remaining schedules are. There are no gimmies left for these two teams. No doubt about it. If you're still in the mix, a lot of things are going to fluctuate these last 4 weeks, but you're right. You can't give one away because there is nothing easy either one of us doing.
Slot on safety. If you blitz, they're going to go for that real quick. How they run. Short run.
NFL Network has a big one on Thursday Night Football. The Niners continuing their fight for a playoff spot. The Titans have another AFC South crown inside. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network. NFL app. 49ers team, a lot of people would rather not see. Starting to get healthy now. Struggled early in the year.
10:06 left, 2nd and 7. They're going to run the ball inside here. Huge gap. Yeah, he just sealed it up real well in there. And that's going to be a stop of 1 there by Tommy Togiai. Look at JOK just running the seam. All right, we're going to be 3rd and 4. This is going to be a big one. 3rd and 3 here. They've been trying to go to Renfro all game. I think they're going to switch around and just whoever MJ Stewart's on, they're probably going to attack. Oh, they got Renfro, but they go deep. No flag. Wow, they had Renfro wide open on the underneath for the first down. Did not take it. Look at this. Watch 13 if they show it on your screen, but he went uncovered, undetected there. And boy, did the Browns avoid a big one right there by that decision by Derek Carr. Yeah, Renfro was supposed to go in and block, rolled out there. Now, again, I don't think that's his design of the play. I'm not saying that's where his eyes should have been, but if he would have saw that, that would have been bad. But, hey, you got him off the field. And they get a good bounce there.
Impressive stuff from the punters so far in this evening. Jimmy Cole sends it to the 9. Back to Cleveland after this.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone. Here, the phone everyone wants on America's most reliable network. Better? Better. That's not all. The new iPhone and up to 7 entertainment subscriptions for your family, like Apple Music, Apple Arcade, and more. Better? Better. Not done. The new iPhone, the entertainment, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Better. This year, holiday better with Verizon, because everyone deserves better.
What is an overpass?
All right. Yeah, they're probably going to run the ball here. We'll see how successful it is. They're backed up. We need a chunk play. We need a chunk play. However they can get a chunk play. I'd go back to Njoku, to be honest. See what he has. Does he have it today? You know, maybe Peoples-Jones. It's really only two you can really trust out there. So, got to go to him at some point. You need a chunk play. Chunk play would be very nice here. I don't get why people like take joy in being miserable. Oh, we're going to lose, man. Why do you? The game is still on. Like, wait till you lose to be miserable about losing. Like, you can't wait 2 hours. You got to jump on this right now. I've never understood that mindset. Are you back?
Infinity, the lone score of this game. Brian Edwards on the first drive of the game for the Raiders. They lead 7-0, trying to even their
Like,
record up.
play the game before you admit defeat.
They depleted offense. Some of the key pieces that they have lost as this year has gone on. Now a 7-0 lead as the Browns go back out there. Speaking of missing key pieces, they are, and they have struggled to get much going. They have. At some point, you've got to take the training wheels off a little bit with Nick Mullins. I know he's only been here a short period of time, but be a little bit more aggressive with him, give him some opportunities to make some plays and loosen up this Raiders defense. They'll throw it on first down here. Out of the tight pocket, scrambles to his right, throws down the middle.
Whew, boy, he be throwing wobblers out there. My goodness.
Brandon Faison starting for Nate Hobbs tonight with a nice break on the ball there. Nice job by Nick Mullins to buy some time.
I think he had a few yards in front of him he could have just ran for.
Jones against Faison. Good ball right up there. Faison able to get that right hand in there
Let's see, though.
and knock it away as he did on that deep ball earlier.
Yeah, he could have just.
Nick Chubb just 10 yards on 5 carries.
He's got some here. Oh, he got tripped up.
Sixth tackle already, but a little bit of help from Faison. And third down coming up for Cleveland. Can't be a good look.
I bet they're going to go screen here on this 3rd and 6.
Never want to have to take that on one-on-one, but nice job stepping up, just forcing him back inside to his help. It's the Raiders defense that gives up almost 30 points per game. Only the Jets have allowed more this season. Pitching shutout for a quarter and a half. Third down and 6 for Mullins and the Browns.
Yep, screen. Oh, damn. West B says, Q, we need points on this drive. You know it. This is where the game will start to shift if we do not put something up, brother. I don't think that's the case. Yeah, you knew they were going to go screen here. They're about a yard short, but they're on their own 20, man. You got to punt, right?
Never give up attitude. That's really what this defensive front is all about. Rockaway, Crosby, and really solid times. Raiders have gotten close a couple Justin Colquitt punts. Faison at the return.
Oh, and he muffed it. Boy, it's this close to being a play made every time.
Las Vegas will have it. Ball on the ground again. Raiders fans are saying, enough of this. They, though, and their head coach, cheer them with a 7-0 lead.
Next question, Archie. Is this your first meeting with Caesar?
What do y'all want this offense to do? Y'all want to open up this offense? Open up what? The dude knows like 10 plays. He's the third string quarterback. What did you guys expect from the offense today? There is nothing to open up right now. These dudes have not practiced together. This is what you got. Y'all think this is gonna be a point explosion? Seriously? He's not supposed to be out there. He's the third string quarterback. The offense is going to look like this. It's going to be kind of slow. It's going to be all on the back of the defense. This is stuff that was unanimously agreed upon before kickoff. And then when it actually happens, we're like, oh my gosh, why don't we go to a double trick reverse play and just like air it out with Nick Mullins, who's barely throwing 10-yard passes right now. What did y'all expect? I'm the worst Browns channel. All right, man. Have fun with that. Stop going 3. This offense stinks with their starters, y'all. Wes B with a $5 super chat says, I'm never trying to be negative. I'm just nervous as to see if we can stop them on this next drive. We got to do something, even if it's just 3. Yeah, I mean, you got some points you need to get, right? They got to figure out a way to move this ball a little bit. Yeah, so we are all right. The Browns are down by 7 right now, y'all. Like, why are people freaking out? Like, watch the freaking game. Relax. Stop pulling your hair out on every single play. It's not healthy for you. Relax a little bit. Let the game play out. Jeez.
Look to that fade. Just work back underneath. Hunter Renfrow coming open. Little hesitation. Yeah. A little run from the backside. Easy first down, probably a big play.
Mariota in now. They got a 2-quarterback system. Way to hold and be disciplined there, Miles. 3rd and 1 here. And they're going to put Marcus Mariota in again. We got Denzel Ward on Derek Carr. They got the first down there. They're about at the 50.
We heard Raiders talk about they need to get their run game going. You notice these last 2 drives, they're running in between the guard and the tackle. They have found something there. We'll see if they stick with it, though.
Sly need chill up to pull off his best Derrick Henry impression. Hopefully. Moffitt looks confused.
action up front. Derek Carr looking to the left-hand side, trying to get the big play to Sean Jackson. Didn't like it, working back to Hunter Renfrow. Does a great job. See the hesitation again, finding the hole.
Yeah, it's just a good job getting open.
The word that Derek Carr used to describe him, creative.
It's so funny because you may look at him and say, well, he's not that big, he doesn't run that fast, but his feel for the game is second to none. And Derek also told me that he's kind of sneaky good once he catches the ball with his run after catch.
And call timeout here.
Brown is the only Raiders receivers
It's a weird timeout. Must not have had something go wrong procedurally.
He's got 3 of them tonight. He's 11 shy of 100 for the year, and still a few games left.
He talked in the open a little bit about the next man up mentality for this team. And there's a guy right there that has really, epitomized that for this football team. Darren Waller is the go-to guy, has been the go-to guy for Darren.
Thought he was talking about Gene Hickerson. I was like,
Goes down, and now number 13.
Kurt about to tell us about Gene Hickerson? Why?
Not necessarily the guy that's going to beat you over the top, but works the middle of the field so well.
So we were talking with Derek Carr earlier this week, and he said one of the things that he's proudest of this season is that while it may not look like
I bet there's somebody on Twitter
the way they've kept playing,
that's saying this is a conspiracy because Kurt Warner's wearing Raiders colors right now. There's somebody saying that somewhere.
handled this season in the Broncos, and who knows over the last 2? Who knows if they
That's just how the internet is.
the stretch.
And as a leader, he's done a great job.
Ray Rag says, I'm kind of surprised they've never ran a flea flicker. I know it's a stupid play, but I'm just surprised they haven't tried it yet, I guess. I mean, that's more of a second half, just throw everything at the wall kind of thing. And 2, I don't think they've practiced a flea flicker. And that's one of them plays you don't want to play if you ain't practiced. Like, let's also remember, this is a Browns team that has only practiced like 1.5 times this week, I think. Like, that also factors into it, even if they had everybody. The game where they got blown out by New England, they didn't have any practice before that game, and that really affected them. So that's also something that we have to look at. Turnover would be great here.
Yet this year, it is shocking.
You want to consider all those things we mentioned. Ball again here. Jump cut in the hole. Sets up 3rd and short. It's a guy who, in the stadium last year, though, had the game of his career. Some of the worst weather you will ever see. In fact, Derek Carr said it was the worst weather he's ever played in. So they just kept on handing it to Jacobs 31 times for 128 yards.
And really coming into the year, I felt like that was going to be what this team was. They're going to be a run-first football team.
Mariota in again for this 3rd and short package.
Job in the passing game. Really like to find that balance once again.
Quite a bit of Marcus Mariota in this game. 3rd and 2. He's back in. Jacobs
Ah, he got the edge.
first down. Josh Jacobs hurdles inside the 25-yard line. Sione Takitaki with a tackle after 5 to convert.
We'll want to give the edge. We'll see Sutton Smith, the fullback here, able to seal right around the edge and allow Josh Jacobs to use his speed to the outside.
Yeah, good job getting the edge there. And another damn commercial break. I keep grabbing my remote like there's anything to switch to. There's absolutely nothing to switch to right now. Ray Rag says, I meant in general, not just this week. Yeah, I mean, I bet in the coming weeks we're gonna see some tricks being thrown out. We're gonna see some tricks being thrown out. Again, there's a big difference between what we have to remember. Nick Mullins has not been taking reps in practice all year. He has been the practice squad quarterback, which means he's scout team quarterback, which means instead of practicing the plays the Browns run, he is usually running the plays the other team runs, right? Like that's what he does during practice. That's what he's learning during practice, is how to run other teams' plays so that the defense can play against it and learn how to execute against those plays. That's his job during the season. It's a very, very different job than what second string quarterback is, right? Which is basically learn everything that the starter knows and just be ready if the starter's got to go. And third string practice squad quarterback, he's scout team quarterback. It's a little bit different of a responsibility, and it's a little bit harder to get those guys prepped up and ready to go. And that's why you'll see in a situation like with the Ravens a couple of years ago where Tyler Huntley was the scout team quarterback instead of it being the guy who's the backup. Mainly that's because they wanted to protect him. Well, yeah, man. This is probably the first real reps that Nick Mullins has gotten all year. So hopefully, you know, they come out in the second half, know what he feels comfortable with, knows what he doesn't, and the offense, you know, I'm not going to say explodes, but is able to move down the field a little bit more comfortably than they've been able to move down now. See what the defense does here with 2 minutes. Kwana says, what about that Pro Bowl cue? Nice, huh? Browns make the Pro Bowl or something? That's cool. Appreciate the super chat. And Miles tried to do everything on that play. Oh, damn. He was almost there.
So far, 14 runs for this Raiders team.
We talked about it coming into the game here, Kurt, that you had concern with the struggling offensive line the Raiders face in this monster Miles Garrett, but they've done a pretty good job on him so far.
And the thing you notice in these highlights, too, is they're not really given much help. A lot of one-on-one type situations, keeping them off balance with the quick throws. Mariota in there making it be a zone read guy where he can't come up the field. Just done a nice job tonight. As you said, watch the game last week.
I don't know how well Tack can set an edge, but if he can set an edge any bit, I would put Miles inside for basically the whole second half. Put him in that inside defensive tackle position. Let him rush upfield so he doesn't get taken out of the read option.
Four receivers to the left side for Carr. Zips one, incomplete. Right now, Browns fans are saying, okay, here's where we've been different lately. Taking the ball away. Can they give one here? Incomplete, looking for Renfro on second down.
Good coverage on him. Good. That's a good pass breakup by Hunter Renfro right there.
And sometimes when you give a receiver that type of freedom, you're thinking one thing, he's thinking something else, especially down tight in the red zone where you've got to get the ball out of your hands quickly. And miscommunication led to that incompletion.
Enter Jay Stewart making his first start tonight. Second down and goal from the 6. Jacobs swings out. Carr scans the field. Keeps it alive. Carr on the move for Renfro, and it's incomplete. Stewart again in coverage.
All right, third and goal.
Tough when you come down here and a team plays coverage. You're going to drop 7 guys back. Tough to find those holes. Small windows. Good protection right there. Good move by Hunter Renfro. That ball's a little bit outside. Maybe there's an opportunity. Good job by Stewart at the end. Coming in, just handled it.
Browns were really good on third down defensively last week as win against the Ravens. So far today, though, Derek Carr and the Raiders 4 for 6.
Oh, come on. Throw the flag. Flag's thrown.
He
False start. Oh, yeah, delay a game. My bad. That's a blooper on me. Delay a game.
Fourth penalty of the half on the Sasha's team.
Browns were showing an all-out blitz, what we call blitz zero. No safeties back, man-to-man across the board, and everybody else bringing pressure. Derek Carr trying to change it up, get the right play call there. Just took a little bit too much time.
And you don't necessarily hate it, right? You get a little more wiggle room here, a little more room to work. Yeah, but instead of the 6, and then glass half full.
Yeah, that's spoken like an announcer. Hey, let's go 10 yards instead of 5 yards. No, I'll take the 5 yards, but I understand your point. Does open up the windows a little bit down there.
Well protected. Coverage is good. He tries to gash it.
No good. Good tackle by Moffitt. Is that Moffitt still? Yeah, it's Moffitt. It's been so much turnover. All right, it's a huge play by the defense there.
A good athlete at the quarterback position. I know when this opened up.
They almost got whatchamacallit it. What's his name? Chad Henne right there. But Javante Moffitt made the play. Good job defense. Huge stop.
And a couple guys who are getting opportunities because of all the guys that are out for the Browns that made plays. And Stewart and Moffitt there. Alex Daniel Carlson has a fantastic season at 28-31.
A good stop there by the Browns defense, but you still got to be feeling good if you're the Raiders here. Knowing on the other side, quarterback that hasn't played much, a chance to go up 2 scores going into the half.
This is a deceptively tough field goal from this corner at the hash this close up, but I expect them to make it. And he got it.
Raiders with a 2-score lead. Less than a minute to go in this.
All right. Yeah, no shot they're going to get 3 points before here, right? Unless they get a good return. Yeah, if they get 3 here, it'd be good. I'm really interested to see what the offense comes out looking like after this first half because, again, you just get to talk to Mullins. Hey, what did you see out there? What are you comfortable with? Because you've never had that conversation with them in this offense with this coaching staff. So just be able to talk to them. What works? What doesn't? What are you comfortable with? Are there some things that you want to try? You know what I mean? Like, let's put them in action. We've already put some stuff in action that we've talked about before the game. How did you feel about that? Really get comfortable. Again, this is this dude's first live reps in probably like 2 years. He's going to take a while to get acclimated. You feel like once you can get him a little bit comfortable, find a comfort zone for him, maybe you come out, have a good drive on that first possession after the half once you get the ball back. And, you know, maybe the offense can not be good. I don't expect it to look good today, but, you know, expect it to look serviceable at the very least. Why are we just assuming that they're going to score off this ball at the start of the second half? Why would you assume that? The defense has been pretty good. So, no, I'm not going to assume that. Why are we just ready to roll over and be defeated? That's kind of soft, bro. Like, stop being so soft. You got to actually play the game. In this case, you don't even got to play the game. You just got to watch the game. Let the game happen. You know what I mean? We play these games for a reason. Ah, man, he hit the field goal post.
Is the latest in the long history of Browns quarterbacks. He's the 32nd starting quarterback in the 23 years since the franchise relaunched in '99. Little known fact, they had a chance to get you before this all started in the expansion draft.
They did. I was with the Rams back in 1998, and they left me exposed to the draft as you would have expected. Nobody knew who I was at that particular time. So yes, had a chance to be one of those quarterbacks that you see on the board right there.
Had they made that move, we wouldn't be talking about 32 of them. Significantly fewer would have come through here.
I like to think that, but who knows?
Oh, and he's back shoulder. Peoples-Jones has it
Ooh.
by Brandon Facyson, who they've gone after time and again. And Facyson,
Boy, Mullins ain't got much more arm strength than Case Keenum. My goodness, that was disappointing to see. He gets off the line here. He has decent separation, comes back to it, and it's just a.
Left hand in there. Really well done.
Aye.
Numerous times in man-to-man coverage tonight.
51 seconds, one timeout, 2nd and 10. Mullins with the throw down the collapsing pocket, finds Dearness Johnson. So 3rd down. Kevin Stefanski said this week this is a Nick Chubb game. Part of that was that they thought they were going to be playing in a cold monsoon on Saturday. They've gotten better weather, but you figured if you're going to have a shot, it was going to look a lot different than this. Just 12 rushing yards for the Browns so far.
Not only weather, but coming in, the Raiders defense 28th in the league against the rush. So you got to tell yourself, even with some of the issues up front, you got to feel good about being able to run between the tackles, and there's just been none of it tonight.
Tricky thing here, you're in danger of giving the ball back to the Raiders. 3rd down and 6. Mullins steps into it, has a first down.
All right, get on top of it.
Demetric Felton, who's played both running back and receiver for him here in his rookie year. As the first down to the 38.
They call timeout.
Timeout taken by Cleveland. Week 15 continues tonight.
It's like our first down in a 2-minute drill in like 12 weeks. As crazy as that sounds, but I believe that's the case. So, interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff.
Doubleheader. Browns and Packers, Colts and Cardinals.
Yeah, before I saw what Nick Mullins' arm strength looked like, I might have suggested you just rip one downfield, but that man has a less live arm than Case Keenum, so I don't think I'm going to do that. The goal here is to get the ball to the 40 and see what that kicker can do.
From the good stuff. You're exactly right. 40 seconds out of timeouts now. Let's put it together, some momentum going to the break. Mullins delivers.
Jeez.
Great effort, couldn't haul this one in.
So we call a 7-stop. Push up, aim towards the corner, and then stop.
Yeah, this is a tough one for Peoples-Jones here.
Only place that he could throw, but just a little.
That's not the only place he could have threw it. I know Kurt Warner is going to be real generous to some of these quarterbacks because he's sympathetic and all that, but that was not a good ball. Got him there, though. Hurry up, get on the ball, spike it, hurry up, get on the ball, spike it. You got time for maybe 1 or 2 plays here. You got no timeout, so if you want to get a field goal, you got to have time to spike it.
Right off his ear. Play that he's run a million times, and so that's what you try to do in the 2-minute drill. Quarterback that hasn't got a lot of reps, say, hey, what are those handful of plays that everybody's got in their playbook that Nick feels comfortable with? Pulled a few out here on this drive.
By the way, Chase McLaughlin, their kicker, gets hit from 57.
That one-on-one shot, safety low. Nah, don't take it.
Steps up over the middle. Peoples-Jones again, Facyson in coverage.
They threw a flag. Big flag.
Where is that flag going to come from? And eventually it did. Finally, Facyson gets whistled.
Where's that going to put the ball? It's going to be at the 35-yard line.
Reaching up, grabbing that right arm.
You got 15 seconds left. You might run that field goal unit out right now.
Call it there for a minute. He's had some great coverage on the night, but
Draw, run. All right, get the free 5. Cool.
How big is this if they can turn this into points right here? Thinking to myself, when the Raiders kick that field goal.
All right, this is a one-time shot at the end zone if you feel like you get it out of bounds or end zone.
Try to get points at the end of the first half. Double that up in the second half. Browns are
You have to feel okay with Chase kicking it right here. Just got to take a shot. Yeah, it's probably going to just bomb this thing out to Schwartz. End zone or nothing. No. Good idea. Yeah, field goal unit now. Let's go. All right, kicker.
really about all you can do right here. You're afraid to throw it. You have someone tackled inbounds. So you've got a corner route and a go route. Just take a shot down the
Higgins, get out of the play.
to complete that. But
See, this is why Higgins don't play.
just being safe right there. I don't want to complete.
That is why Higgins does not play. Why is Higgins trying to get the ball? That's not his play. All right, we just figured out why Higgins. Well, I feel like that's part of it. All right, 47-yard attempt. They're going to call a timeout. They ice him. Okay, whatever.
You got a movie about your life. It's pretty crazy, pretty humbling. But we're excited about it. Excited to share our story with everybody. The views so far have been really great. And I think it's a movie for everybody, not just for football fans, although football fans will get their fix looking at that journey back in 1999. But it's Christmas Day. It comes out Christmas Day, yes. And really a story of a family of underdogs that
All right, kicker.
chance to impact and
Let's go.
hopefully encourage.
Do your job.
Very cool. 5 seconds, and now McLaughlin will try it. It's been good long range this season.
No win. You're good. Close down to the stadium. You've done this a million times. Oh, my God, you smoked it.
After making the one that was wiped away because of the timeout before the snap, he misses here and has missed 6 of his last 11 after hitting his first 10 of the season.
No, Q, believe in the kicker. He's only missed 6 out of his last 10. Whatever, man. I'm not even going to fight that battle with y'all. Y'all want to love the kicker, love the kicker. That's y'all, boy. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm going to get my phone and some water. My goodness. Yep. Well, you're only down by 10. That's the big deal, right? You're only down by 10. Look, I'm not going to jump on this kicker. I know y'all want me to, but I've done that already. I told y'all about this kicker. Y'all the one who have fought me on this whole kicker thing all year. I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to let the whole kicker stuff go. Whatever. This is how they feel. This is how people feel about kickers. Cool. You know how I am. I don't love them. I don't trust them. And I definitely don't cuff them because, kickers a dime a dozen. Aaron Mayer says kicker stands in their fields after that one. How could they be in their fields after that one? This is what they wanted. Got to commit to a guy. Got to let a guy miss 6 out of 10 so he can make the next 10, right? But whatever, man. Whatever. You down by 10. Your defense has been playing really well for you. You've been getting no offensive support. But the good news is that was the best offensive drive you have had all game, right? Hang. Ray Rag says, why haven't they had a kicker competition yet? Because the coaching staff clearly listens to Twitter. Clearly, that's why. But, um, hey, you get a stop here. The offense start to look like it was waking up a little bit. You're only down by 10. And look, the Raiders had all the chance in the world to be up 24-0, to be up 17-0 by now, and they're only up by 10. I don't think their offense is going to be able to do that much more than what they've done right now in the second half, to be honest with you. I feel like they pulled out all the tricks already. So hopefully the Browns offense, I thought the offense had to put up about 17 points to win this game. That's what it's going to come down to, right? They're going to have to get those 17 points some way, somehow on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe you get some help by the defense. Maybe you get a pick six or a scoop and score, but you got to be able to try to get, 17 points. I think that's probably going to be the point total that could win this game. Jesus, we're blaming the freaking holder now. We're blaming James Smith, and I appreciate you for the super chat, James. But he says, how can I pretend and not know about football and not know it's the holder's fault for showing the seams, not the kicker? First of all, that's not really true, bro. Like, that's one of those things that just got made up about football. That's not really true. Kickers kick to the seams all the time and make field goals. That's what being a professional kicker is like. I understand if a regular dude, in the backyard of a barbecue can't kick the seams, but if you're a NFL kicker, you're supposed to be able to kick the seams a little bit and make your field goal and do your job. You want to defend somebody missing 6 out of the last kicks, that's all on you. That's all on you. But the fact that we're debating the holder tells you that the kicker is garbage. Not garbage. That's not fair to say. The kicker is a kicker. He is a borderline level kicker, which means you could cut him, replace him, you get the same performance. Talking about the damn holder. That's so what? The holder. Who's even holding it? Is it Colquitt? Come on, man. We talking about the damn. I hope you were being sarcastic, James. I'm gonna just relax and say you were being sarcastic, because that has to be a sarcastic comment. That has to be a sarcastic comment. All right. But yeah. Hey, down 10-0. Again, this could be much worse, but also it can get better. I have no other choice really but to be optimistic about this. So I'm just going to choose to be optimistic about the second half. If they blow it in if they blow it, they ain't blowing nothing. They down 10. But if they don't win this game, we got all the time in the world to be negative about this team. We got a month and a half to do that. But for right now, in this game, I'm going to be optimistic, patient, and positive for the most part. If there's something terrible that I can't ignore, I'm not going to ignore it. Fox then with the super chat says, I'm actually impressed. I feel like we could be down way more. The defense is bailing us out. Hope we can find a way. Definitely think that's the case. Again, people are asking him to open up this playbook, and I'm like, what do you think there is to open up the play? Do you see how small Alex Van Pelt's play sheet is right now? If they ever show that picture again, normally the play sheet is like a big old sheet, right? It's a Denny's menu or whatever people like to call it. His playbook is not bigger than my phone. He has an index card out there for the playbook. So, hey, the best you can hope for is that they went through some growing pains in that first half, and they're going to come out in the second half being able to execute those handful of plays at a much higher level. Yeah, it's not a big playbook today. There's not much to open up today. And again, guys, this offense, and I really want to stress this offense, even when everybody is healthy, struggles to get to like 24 points. There's a lot of people out. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be ugly. But I think they can get to 17. Let's hope they can get to 17. Maybe the defense has to help to get them to 17 and virtually put them in scoring position. But like, they need to get to 17. I think they still can do it. Look, if we get to the fourth quarter and the Raiders are up by like 13, it might be a wrap because I don't know if they could score in 2 possessions. But for a half, you're only down 10, I think you could do it. Bro, Case Keenum put up 17 points. Nick Mullins can put up 17 points. All right, Brent says, Q, have you noticed that Chubb doesn't seem himself? A lot of stutter steps and getting ankle tackled. Yeah, Chubb hasn't seen himself for like most this year. I've talked about it. I talked about it like 6 weeks ago. Yeah, he hasn't, like, outside of maybe like 5 or 6 plays this year, he hasn't looked like Nick Chubb. And I think that has a lot to do with the offensive line not being healthy and the passing game being so ineffective this year. It's really affected him. But yeah, he has not been Nick Chubb this year. Not at the level that we think or expect. He's been a good running back, but not that level of player that we want him to be. Ray Rags with the $5 super chat. I hate the fact that last year we had an offense, but the defense was bad. Now it's the exact opposite. They're playing like a top 5 to 10 defense right now. Yeah. Yeah, defense been showing up, and they're hurt. You know, they're down like 3 corners. They have a backup slot in. They got MJ Stewart playing the slot. Some safety. Had Javante Moffitt in. He's been playing well. You're getting a good performance out of your defense by some backups too. DB Dog says someone is going to make a play for Mullins, make a catch, break a tackle at some point. There's just going to have to be somebody that beats their man. Yeah, it's going to be one of them games that you got to wind them down. Maybe in the second half, you're able to figure out how to run the ball a little bit more effectively. That loosens some things up. I mean, the good news is before the kicker blew that kick, which is, not a small deal. That really sucked that he missed that kick. But before the kicker blew that kick, that was probably your best offensive possession all game. So maybe that leads to a much better second half coming up here, right? So that's the positive of it, is that you did end that drive or end that possession with a bet. And honestly, let's be real, starters and no starters is probably the best 2-minute drill that they've had, I would say, all year almost. No, not all year. They had the one where they scored the touchdown before the half. I think that was like week 4. I think that was against Texas, right? So it was week 3 against the Texans. So since then, that's probably been your best 2-minute drill. Starters and no starters. So again, hey, we'll see how they come out in the second half offensively. And, maybe they might be able to push the ball down the field a little bit better. The Raiders don't have the greatest defense in the world. You can loosen some things up. Maybe you get a turnover on defense and you're all right. It's only 10 points. It ain't like if we were playing the Kansas City Chiefs, this 10 points would seem insurmountable. If we were playing the Patriots with that defense, that 10 points would seem insurmountable. But the fact of the matter is we're playing a team that has made as many bad football mistakes as the Cleveland Browns have this year. So it ain't over till it's over, truly. I see people complaining about Nick Chubb's touches. I don't think that's where the complaint should be. You had 3 possessions. One of those were a 2-minute drill, so he obviously wasn't going to get the run. And the other 2 were 3 and outs. Well, 2 or 3 and outs, and the other one was a first drive. So where are all the touches there? There's not even that many snaps. You know what I mean? So Nick Chubb's gotten the ball a healthy amount. He also has not been doing a lot when it comes to getting first downs to extend his touches. So Train with the Super Chat says they look like how the Bucs were without their best targets. Do the Browns even have any good targets, like best targets this year? It's hard to say. The game's back on, though. That was a quick halftime. All right, defense, let's get a 3 and out here to start the quarter. Good stop. Oh, and he dropped it. Dark Matter Wolf says, breathe in and breathe out, Browns fans, like my last video. Yes, take a deep breath. 3rd and 7 here. Oh, and he dropped it. Hey, man, what I tell you about the Raiders make as many mistakes as the Cleveland Browns do. They go 3 and out there exclusively because they could not catch the football. All right, Donovan, don't do something stupid with the football. Ooh, don't touch him. No flag. He just fell. Yeah, we're good. All right, got him off the field. Only took 50 seconds off the clock. That's good. Splack says, hey, Q, love you, but the NFL is unwatchable. Ref ball. My team sucks. Okay, man. I hope you start to have a better day, though, Splack. I really do. Sounds like you're down bad. Hopefully your day gets better, my guy. Appreciate the super chat. Run the ball more. All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. Slide with the $2 super chat. Let's go get first place. Hopefully. Let's do it.
chase him down and make the tackle. Able to
Yeah.
right there.
Here we go. Bye-bye.
For Nick Chubb, this is now a third consecutive game where he's struggled to gain much traction. He was against the #1 run defense in the NFL, the last two with the Ravens. The Raiders, a team that has struggled against the run, clouding them up tonight. Again, a small hole, short gain, 3rd and long.
You go 3rd and long, as we were talking about, winning first.
It's going to be tough.
Trying to run the football, get nothing in those situations. Now you put the onus once again on Nick Mullins to have to make a big throw. But let's just say with Nick Chubb, that he can break one open at any point in time. He's not one of those running backs that's just 4 yards, 5 yards, and that's what adds up to those big running games that he has. He's got the
DB Dog says they need to have to make them pay for having Abrams poking around that line of scrimmage. I don't know if. Oh, snap it.
Yards per carry through his first 4 seasons, under 2 per carry tonight. Got hit as he let it go. Peoples-Jones caught the fluttering pass, but Casey Hayward.
Boy, he ain't got no arm strength. He really ain't got no arm strength, man.
situations. Teams know you got to throw the football, come after you a little bit. Nick's done a nice job tonight. A couple situations with pressure in his face, but what do we see again? 3rd and long. They throw and complete the ball underneath the sticks, and they've got a punt again.
Rescue Sean Nixon from his corner spot. And here is a very busy man, Dustin Colquitt. Not a very good one here.
Yeah.
So the Raiders back on offense under a full.
Man, that arm strength looks really limited. That looks like some really limited arm strength right there. That's more limited than I thought Nick Mullins was with his arm. I mean, it looks like a struggle to throw the ball 10 yards for him. It really does. Finding out why Nick Mullins is a 3rd stringer. That oaf. He made Case Keenum look like John Elway when it comes to arm strength. My goodness, that's terrible. Yeah, he has to put both his butt cheeks in that ball to throw it 7 yards. You needed Nick Chubb to stand up and be a franchise player. He just hasn't done it today. You know. We knew it was going to take a big effort from Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett to get it there. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with Nick Mullins back there, man. Like, look, if it's past the 3rd and 9, it might be a wrap for Nick Mullins. So, at this point, I mean, let's see what we could do with Dearness Johnson. I mean, let's run him in. So Nick Chubb ain't getting nothing done right now. Said the AFC North is scary this year. Scary to watch, yes. I would be terrified to watch one of these teams. Because they all have been playing this brand of bad football. Thank you for the super chat, AJM. Yeah, ain't no backup for Nick Mullins. The backup for him is like Johnny Stanton. All right. We know what needs to happen here. Defensive turnover. Preferably early on in the drive.
Obviously, the standings at this point make tonight important, but when you look at what lies ahead for both these teams, quite a must-win technically tonight, but certainly getting close to that for both the Raiders and the Browns. 10-0 Las Vegas. Start this drive from the 25-yard line as Carr looks to throw. He's got Foster Moreau, who's had a bit of a tough night with a few drops. As the catch here, stopped by Anthony Walker. NFL Network has a big one on
2nd and 5 here.
Niners have been really good lately. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Titans
DB Dog says, I bet all the Baker haters wish he was playing right now. And if Miles wants to be considered D-play, he has to make a game-changing play. That's short. 3rd and 1. Are you going to give him a good spot? That's a generous spot, but he was short. Tommy Fitzgerald says defense has to respect the threat of a pass more with Johnson. Thank you for the super chat, Tommy. Timothy, my bad. Who called timeout? Grand scheme with another super chat. What's a running game without a passing game? It does exist both ways around. You can pass the ball without a running game, and you can run the ball without a passing game. Third and 1. Oh, so they did get him a good spot. That's short. Nah, they're going to give him it. And they're going to go for it. He's yelling punt. Wow. Wow, why would you not? I would absolutely. If you have to, all you have to worry about is Nick Mullins and the Browns offense versus getting 3 inches, get the 3 inches. Take the risk. I don't know why you wouldn't. Okay, I'm about to say. Did they get it? Yeah, he got it.
Jones comes in motion. On 2nd and 9. Carr over the middle has Jacobs. And Josh Jacobs has a first down into Cleveland territory.
Tighten up here. Got to tighten up here. You really need a turnover.
Coverage carries it down the field. You see him working his eyes. Know where your check down is. Quarterbacks, all ages. Can't preach that enough. Always know where your check down is. Take your beat down the field. It's not there. Get a completion. Move the chains.
1st and 10. Ball just out past the 50. And they got hands on Carr, and it's a sack. Whoa, what the hell was Abrams doing? Oh, the Browns have the ball. Wow. I thought that was a late hit. Was that a fumble, though? Yeah, it's a fumble. That is a fumble. Owusu Koromoa makes a play. J-OK, thank you. Huge play. Oh, my goodness. He was not down. That ball was clearly out before his knees touched the ground. That was clearly a fumble. Woo. I'm going to just start banning people that are annoying to me. Man, offense, this is the time to get it. Well, not right. This is the time to get lucky. Offense. Let's get lucky. Offense. Good job, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. J-OK. Did I ever tell you that's my favorite player on this team? Well, one of my favorite players on this team. He's definitely top 5. Remember Fave 5s from T-Mobile? He's in my Fave 5. Oh, man. That's huge, huge play right there. They were on the cusp of putting up 13 points, and man, I don't know about that. That would have been – if they put up 17, oh, man, that would have been tough. That's good to see. Good to see he's healthy. By the way, huge hold. Huge hold. Good thing they didn't call that hold. AB says, yo, J-OK mad. He wanted to punch some pit skin. That's right, R. Screen. Run, run, run. Here we go. It's a huge one. But AB with the super chat says, yo, J-OK mad. He just want to punch some pit skin, and that's all. That's right. Let's hope the defense, that aggression spills over to our offense. Definitely. Nice little slip screen to the tight end here to start off this drive. Browns have the ball at the 35. Now, remember, our kicker just smoked one from the 35, so, this ain't guaranteed field goal range. We got to operate as if our kicker stinks because our kicker does stink. Slide with the super chat. Can't wait to see who gets in the second round this year. All we do is pick – who we get in the second round this year. All we do is pick studs there. Why they – TV timeout right there? Are you serious? Weird place to put a TV timeout, but all right. Yeah, I like what the Browns have done in the second round so far. Of the draft, of course, is what I'm speaking of. Oh, man. We get to do the same thing next week if we actually play that game on Saturday as it's scheduled.
Unstoppable. Pray for these moments in all the inside lowdown.
Still get chills thinking about it.
I got to sit down with Meek Mill.
Your team.
We got the whole city behind us.
Play at the
All right, man, come on. Let's get back from commercial. The commercial break is longer than halftime. All right, but we got 700 people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. Check me out more often if you're new here. But yeah, if you're not, or if you just want to support the channel, support the stream, hit that like button. That'd be real helpful to me.
Ball on your terms.
Jackpot, baby!
With NFL Game Pass. Now for just $9.99 a month.
Derek Carr limping his way off of the field after that sack fumble. His team leads 10-0, but turnover. Browns have it at the 34 in Raiders territory. Myles Garrett is right in the middle of
Myles Garrett, you need to sit down, man. You ain't going to get that much rest.
They got 13 yards on the first play of the drive at the Joku.
Good cut, Chuck. Way to get upfield.
Chubb gets 4, and we check in with Steve.
Ray Rag says it seems like Derek Carr is too good not to start, but bad enough to make you angry. Boy, do we know what that life is like.
all clear sitting on the bench with his hat on, and Marcus Mariota, his backup's not even bother taking his jacket off.
Sigh of relief.
That is a life that we know a lot about, y'all.
2nd and 6. Browns looking for their first points since midway through the second quarter of their last game.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stay on your feet. Let's go. All right. Settle in. Settle in. Settle in. Settle in. Good job, Joe Batonio, getting athletic out there. He takes on 3 guys on one play.
Nick Chubb does the rest. But you see that big body as well as that big speed.
24 for number 24. Finally breaks loose. First and goal from the 6.
Stop chanting the play call.
Chubb again. Picked up at the line of scrimmage. Short game.
He's good.
Second and goal. He's the kind of guy with as big as he is.
We need this touchdown. Let's go.
Better the deeper into the game he goes.
Let's put the earnest in there.
So you got to stay with it even when you're not getting big yards. And kind of reminds me of an Adrian Peterson. Watch Adrian Peterson.
All right, D. Just go up. Just go upfield, man. Just go upfield.
And then the ability to break
Be a finisher, D. Ernest.
exactly what Nick Chubb has.
Leaves the game here. The Ernest Johnson comes in. And on second down and goal, it's play action. Mullins floating back.
Oh, did he catch it? He got it? Oh, they're going to look at that. I think his foot was out. Hold on, wait. Let's look at that. One. Oh, shit. Wait, rewind it a little bit. Yeah. Great effort. Great effort, but his foot was out. Yeah, it's one foot in. The other foot just came down late. Don't challenge it. Don't challenge it. They're right. Why is Felton in the Okay, Chubb's in the game too. It's quiet down, quiet down, quiet down. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. There we go. There we go. There you go. Nice and easy. Get it the easy way. There we go. You got it. That's great. That's great. Oh, that's huge. That's a huge one. That's a big one. That's going to energize the team right there. It's going to energize the team because on that drive, Nick Chubb started to look like Nick Chubb. I make the damn extra point, dude. We had Mac Wilson out there kicking the ball. Okay, he made the extra point. Woo! Let's take a deep breath, y'all. By the way, that's probably I'm not joking about this. I am not joking about this. That is the most points the Browns have gotten off a turnover if you combined all the points that they have gotten off a turnover in their 2 games versus Baltimore combined. I think that 7 points is more than all the points they got off turnovers. Maybe they got 3 on that one. No, they didn't get 3 off that fumble. So, yeah, I think that's the most points off a turnover the Browns have gotten. More points off a turnover, and they got those 2 games versus the Baltimore Ravens. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. You got to laugh at it, man. You got to laugh at it. But, hey, good stuff there. Good stuff there. Let's play some defense. Hopefully the defense can get rested up. Get a stop here. And, I'm not too upset with how the offense has looked their last 2 possessions. So I feel much better about this. We got to continue to play. Could be much worse, though. So, hey, good stuff there by the offense. A great answer to a fumble. When you're this short-handed on the offensive side of the ball, whenever you get in within 5 or 10 yards of that red zone, you got to score and get 7. They did their job. They got the 7. They got the points off the turnover. Would have been lovely if we would have got that field goal, but I'm going to just try to let that one go. But, we are where we are. Let's play some defense. Let's get the ball back, and let's continue to hopefully get better performance out of the offense. Last 2 drives have been much better than what the whole first of this game has been. Car ain't got no roof. Good tackle there by Taki. I don't know what that kick was. Yeah, they're just going to let Joe Bitonio be the lead blocker for the rest of this game because those are the 3 runs that have really worked is when they let Joe Bitonio just get ahead and haul some ass. Oh, good cut. And we ain't got no other pass rushers tag.
Myles Garrett, his 5th season already, one of the key leaders, already the face of this franchise in a lot of ways. Short break, back in a moment.
Tag need to get up and complain down there.
This week, Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network. Smells like football, baby. The playoff chase is on, and we're here for it.
That is just a bad beat.
The Niners are fighting for their postseason lives.
Come on, that's a game changer right there.
But the Titans have another division title in their sights.
Touchdown. He can do it all.
Niners, Titans, Week 16 starts here. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network. And don't miss the Christmas.
Yeah, it's Tech McKinley on. He's down on the field. That's why they went to a commercial break.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive, CWX.
Yeah, and that touchdown play they pulled out. They pulled the tackle, which is now Joe Batonio and Blake Hance out there. And that's been what's worked, is pulling those two guys. So I'd expect them to pull them for the rest of this game. Tech McKinley getting the cart, that's not good. He's been pretty good this year for this team.
Play well lately for the Browns, and it's already a diminished defense. Several key players out, that includes Jadeveon Clowney, so McKinley was playing an even bigger role tonight. And his first season with the Browns after 4 good years in Atlanta. We'd like to see that card come out. Coming off the edge.
Oh, man, that looks bad.
A whole lot going on, but obviously that left ankle, caught underneath it. Let's hope it's not serious. But as I said, never like to see that card come out.
So yet another player the Browns are going to be without for the remainder of the night. As Tech McKinley is carted off. 18 players out tonight, 8 starters included. COVID protocols. Their head coach Kevin Stefanski watching this game from his basement. And it's not just another game. This is a game the Browns gotta have. They move into a first place tie. Virtue of the tiebreakers technically would be in first place. And they'd be one of 6 teams at 8-6 in the wild card hunt. It's Josh Jacobs knifing his way through the defense for 6.
Slippery Josh Jacobs right there.
Both these teams are involved in. You've got the Browns sitting there right at 7-6. The Raiders, as bad as things have been since the 5-2 start, with a win, they're right back into the picture. Both these teams very difficult final few games.
You mentioned an important game for Cleveland. How this could swing for them, but man, I almost feel like it's even more important for the Raiders. And coming in with all those issues from COVID, the Browns felt like it had to be a game like this. Low scoring game, making plays on defense and getting enough offensively.
2nd and 4. Get a heavy dose of Josh Jacobs.
Good stop. 3rd and 2. Ray Rag says those are the kind of injuries I hate to see for any player on any team. Absolutely. Injuries suck regardless of who gets them. Thank you for the super chat, Ray Rags.
This is what the Raiders been doing all night long, putting themselves in 3rd and short situations, so can do all kinds of things.
All right, 3rd and 2 here at midfield. They going empty? No, they got running back in. They're going to pass here, though. He's got him. Was that Moffitt or was that? Yeah, it was Moffitt. Slide prayers up for TAC NFL Network. Way too many commercials. Yeah. That's one of them things with national games. You don't really notice them at 1 o'clock because you can flip around so much. They're really going to attack that thinness there on the defensive line. Let's make a player.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons to begin his career. We hit on him a little bit here tonight. It's been a tough season overall, just now crossing 500 yards. Third-year man out of Alabama. Inside a minute in this third quarter. Jacobs again.
Oh, did he almost fumble?
That's exactly what you need, that quick penetration up the middle. Often think about those big plays defensively coming on a sack in the passing game, but they can be just as big in the run game. A quick win. The interior of the defensive line hold them back, keep them in a second and long situation.
Second and 9. They've got to snap it at least one more time here. Closing seconds of this third quarter. Wants the snap, needs the snap. And then signals for the timeout. Oh, what a bad spot to have to use the first timeout.
All right. All right. They need a play made here. Browns need a play made here. 2nd and 9. Crowd's doing a nice job messing with the snap count.
I'm not sure he got the timeout call. I think that came from the sideline. He might have been a touch late, but we do that as quarterbacks sometimes. Like, come on, why can't you hear me? Give me the football.
Two teams are saying it's the dog pound, man. It's hard to hear in here.
We make it look like it's the center's fault, but because we took way too much time. But on the big screen, it looks like it was all on the center.
So they do have to run one more play here. 3 seconds. Tentatively hit 2nd and 9. Clock again winding down. Inside 5. Card in the air. Floating for Zay Jones. Climbs the ladder, but it's broken up. Brady Williams hits it out of there.
All right, 3rd and 9 to start the fourth quarter. Let's put the fours up. Fours up, chat. Fourth quarter. 4-quarter game. Let's go 4. Woo! This game's flying by.
It's Gronk again, and I'm here with my man Frank. Frank, say hi. Hi. Frank was in the Army, and he's been enjoying that award-winning USAA.
If I see this Gronkowski USAA commercial one more time, now I know why people hate Baker's commercials. Because, man, I am tired of this Gronkowski commercial. I get it. You can't get USAA unless you're a veteran. They proud to do that. Well, why you got to run so many ads to let us know that? The point's been proven. We know what's up. We know what's up. We know what's up. But damn, if I see Gronkowski one more time, man, and he not playing football, and he's doing that goofy voice that he thinks is comedy, I'm going to lose my mind. And it's like, at least with the Baker commercials, they got like 14, 15 different flavors of those they could throw out there, right? Like, it's like 18 different Baker Mayfield commercials, so at least you get something different. They got 2 of those commercials for Rob Gronkowski. And they put them same 2 commercials on repeat all day, dog. I don't need to see it no more. I'm good. Okay. Yep. Jocko got to go. Bye-bye. Let me make a note to make sure he can't come in the AFC North talk like that, too. I ain't got no problem with USA. I just like, throw me some different commercials. You only got the 2 with Gronk, then throw some other ones out.
No gimmies left for either side. 7-6 Cleveland, 6-7 Las Vegas.
All right, 39. Big play defense. Back end really held up real nice here. Really good coverage here by JOK as well. Just good coverage by everybody. Big hold there by 76, by the way. Oh, it looks like he's hurt. Got a super chat from Aaron Minyard. Says Gronk should ask Bake for acting lessons. No, he made it. It looks like his groin. We don't need that. You don't need that, Miles. Come on, man. Hopefully you just need to stretch it out. You'll be all right. We need you on the field, big dog.
It removes them instantly with Magic Eraser on our most advanced and inclusive smartphone camera yet. Live Translate speaks your language and hers. It's the phone that understands we're all different. Google Pixel 6. For all you are.
The QX60 totally fits my vibe. This is a bossy automobile. She's right.
Kicker chat. Y'all killing me, man. Y'all like, this Raiders kicker is fire because he made a 35-yard field goal. Y'all just can't wait to love a kicker. And I'll be telling y'all every time, man, this is what they going to do to you. These kickers ain't meant to last long. But y'all be telling me you don't know what you talking about. Just because you talk to those kickers don't mean my kickers like that. All right, young fella. You know what I mean? Go make that man your profile picture. I know how it's gonna be. We gonna come back in 3 to 6 months. It's gonna be a new kicker on the roster though. Just like always. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. We don't have, unless you get you the main, like unless this kicker does not miss a kick for like 12 games in a row, ain't no reason to get serious. Ain't no reason to get serious, man. They are always 3 kicks away from messing it up. Y'all funny, man. Y'all love these kickers.
Career to the next level with one of our many open positions.
Moments ago, Myles Garrett limping his way to the injury time. Browns down 6. Already down 18 players coming into the night. They lost Tech McKinley earlier, and now their superstar defensive end hurt himself.
Man, well, attrition here as we get down late in the season. Let's hope nothing serious right there. Pat McKinley already going off the field on a cart. So many issues here with this team, but all things considered, we're still within 1 score right now.
Yeah, they're trying to survive this one.
Exactly. You're just trying to get out of here, hopefully sneak out a win. Defense doing their part, keeping the Raiders out of the end.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let's take a look at what might have happened here with Garrett on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, I thought he hurt his arm.
So hard to tell when you're just working. The entire time.
Jeremy says, I understand why Urban was out here kicking. Now, I'm not going to support the abuse of kickers. I would never support that. Urban Meyer got to go. You kick a grown man talking all that mess to him. You ain't got to kick him. All you got to do is cut him. I don't know why he was trying to do all that. If you don't like your kicker, just cut your kicker. You don't got to mentally abuse this man.
Different offenses do it different ways, Joe. We heard the kill earlier by the Raiders. There you heard Nick Mullins saying can. Same type of thing in the huddle, call 2 plays. Can 1 play to another.
They only had 4 plays in Raiders territory during that first half.
But honestly, Urban got kicked out of town for all of the stuff that he has done so far, plus that. Like, that was just the tipping point. Oh. Yeah, he wasn't going to get much there anyways.
You said this week, when you get down to a third quarterback, you're hoping that he just doesn't lose you the game. He's far exceeded that. He's 14 out of 21, and several of those incompletions have been drops.
Just like that. Felton there's got to keep running, starts to turn his shoulders back to the quarterback, slows down as the ball's coming out in front of him. Just runs through that. That's a possible first down around the edge, but you're right. Nick Mullins has done his job tonight.
On 3rd and long, a deep drop and a deep throw. Njoku into double coverage and incomplete. Faison and Levitt. We're down there, and it's 4th down.
At least they took a shot.
Push the ball down the field a whole lot on 3rd down. See right here, 7 puzzle, lean to the outside and squeeze back to the inside. Only problem is when you have a middle safety back there.
Yeah. Remember this conversation we had about arm strength a few weeks ago was that in the NFL, it's not really about how far you can push the ball downfield when it comes to arm strength. It's how fast you can push the ball down the field. That's a prime example of it, right? He can get the ball to that spot, but it just takes way too long to get there. It gives the safety time to break that play up. Somebody with a stronger arm, by the way, this is a bad punt. No, it's a D. Oh, he muffed it again. Yeah, but that's one of those conversations about arm strength that I was talking about where it's like, hey, you know, that's why throwing the ball deep with a quote-unquote weak NFL arm is so difficult because a lot of guys with weak arms can get it down the field. They just can't push it down the field fast enough to beat that safety. And that's one of the things that Nick Mullins is running into, right? A couple of the deep shots that he's taken has not been bad choices. It's just he just doesn't have the strong enough arm to not allow that safety to come in and make that play. It's an interesting thing to see there. Yeah, that was a good decision to throw it to Njoku there. It's just, you know, he has limited arm strength, it appears.
Get away with our best deals of the season. Right now, get huge savings on the entire lineup of award-winning Hyundai vehicles at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With new cars arriving just in time for the holidays, it's the perfect time to get a Hyundai. Sign and drive today on select vehicles with zero due at signing, zero down payment, and zero security deposit. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Help more investors retire their way with our suite of target date solutions.
My son works with top hotels to sell their unsold rooms, saving you up to 60%. Ah, yes, the parental delegation.
You should stay with us. It's no trouble.
It's no trouble for him.
Fine, don't stay with us.
I didn't really ask to. Okay. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
All right. But chat, we got some good news. Myles Garrett back on the field.
With the most advanced smartphone camera yet, Google Pixel 6.
3 a.m. What's going on?
I wish there was an app where I could compare rental cars, like Kayak does for flights.
You're talking about Kayak?
Yeah, like Kayak.
Yeah, Kayak.
Kayak. Search one and done.
Tonight's electrifying play presented by Hyundai. Nick Sharp's touchdown run that has the Browns within 6. 13-7 early on the 4th quarter.
Figured coming into the
interesting for this pass-happy Raiders offense normally is how balanced they've been tonight. It's a pass play to begin this drive, and a deep ball for Zay Jones. Out of his reach.
Woo! Dodged the bullet.
Working against Greedy Williams. Second and 10.
Boy, Greedy, you can't be playing close up no more.
I'm going to be that guy. It's what we call a pylon route. Deep, high corner route. Where he comes out of it, he's going to run at that back pylon. A little hesitation by the corner and go take a shot. Garrett just leaves it a little bit too far to the inside.
Raiders lead the NFL in explosive pass plays, 20 yards plus. 60 of them this year. 0 tonight against a depleted Browns secondary. Myles Garrett, by the way, in the game for the Browns.
Oh, good play by Joe Jackson. Let's get off the field here. Third and 13. Get him, get him, get him. Short. There's no way he challenges that. That's a waste of a timeout if he challenges that. That is a terrible challenge. Is he going to challenge this? Well, he had the challenge flag in his hand. It looked like he might have wanted to challenge that. I don't know what happened there with the Raiders. Now your chance to challenge that is completely gone. Yeah, they need to go back to pulling. They need to go back to pulling the left tackle, Joe Bitonio, on this. It's really only been the thing that's worked. It's off tackle. It's pull. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Let's go third and short. Got it. Got it. Good play. Good play. Keep going.
Kept him out last week. And this is where Nick Mullins has been good all night long. This underneath, intermediate passing game. Ball's coming out on time, making good decisions. It's just can they methodically work the ball down the field and get 7 points? They haven't been able to sustain that. That's why you almost feel like they
Way to just focus on securing the catch right there, Harrison. Good run.
Crosses the 35 with a gain of 4. Picked up by Quentin Jefferson. Nick Chubb in the fourth quarter, 6.5 yards per carry in his career. He's number 1 in the NFL.
Good run there, Nick.
Have a guy like that, especially when you're ahead in games, that you can really chunk out yardage late. Winning first down, as I've been talking about, that opens up the opportunity to take a shot at some point where you feel like you'll be in a third and manageable situation. We can waste it down and try to get that big play. Give it to him again.
Carves his way through there. 3rd and 3. Gets 4 on first down. We'll take that compared to what they've had for a lot of the night. Then he gets 3. He's that managing the 3rd down you're talking about.
And we've seen a number of times tonight on 3rd down. 4 of 10 on 3rd down. We've seen him complete.
All right, so 3rd and 3 here. 9:14 left. They're around their own 40-yard line.
You can pick that up with about any throw, even if you're throwing a quick throw to your back in the flat.
Come on, Nick Mullins. Got him, get up. Oh, man. Wide open. Donovan Peoples-Jones makes a play here. Way to work back to it, Nick. There we go. Good run. Good run. We got to get this. Let's get this. Good run by Nick Chubb here. Might have gotten away with. Yeah, gotten away with letting the clock run out, but they do give you that extra half a second before they throw the flag. Hey, crowd's got to get quiet right here.
There's been a blueprint the last few weeks in the NFL. You don't have to have a quarterback come out and throw for 300 yards to win. Look at what happened on Saturday night on NFL Network. Carson Wentz goes 5 of 12. Jonathan Taylor carries up the win. You look at what the Patriots did the week before. Hardly threw 3 throws against Buffalo, won the game. Yeah, but that's no fun. That's not fun at all, but it's a way to win if you need to.
You got to be able to win different ways, especially in the playoffs, especially in the weather. So no question about it. You don't have to throw for 300 yards, even though it's become easier in this NFL. A strong run game, win in the trenches is always.
Way to get something out of that one, Nick. Wasn't much there.
Winds down here 7 minutes. Mullins in his Cleveland debut tries to lead him to the playoff race.
And you really couldn't ask for a whole lot more. Cleveland, all the issues, everything that's been going on. You got this situation, 7 minutes to go. Bordering the red zone here. You need one score to take the lead. Kind of the formula that you wanted and you expected the Browns to want coming in.
Get rid of it.
Throwing incomplete. Coverage from Hayward on Higgins. Pressure from Pearl. 3rd and 8. In one of those 3rd and longer situations.
And a big 3rd down right here. A lot of time on the clock, obviously. So normal situation just said, okay, even if we don't get this, we're kicking the field goal. But the offense really hasn't got a lot going. Do you think you go for it in a 4th down situation?
Get set. Got him. There you go, Donovan. Way to make up for it. Good throw by Nick Mullins, too, on that. He definitely pushes off, but, they don't call it. So you good. I mean, there was a hands to the face on the defense anyways in the line of scrimmage. So, hey, a lot of plays don't get called. A lot of penalties don't get called, but, hey, we got it. Let's pull the tackle. Good burst. He's got it. Nick Chubb for the lead. Well, for the tie. Kicker's got to make the extra point. Oh, there's a flag. Who's it on? Damn. That's a big one.
Starting to get to the point where it's really 4-down territory, right? Now he feels the quarterback second and long in this situation. Feels like you almost have to go, not necessarily for the end zone, but for the bigger play in these situations. Don't want to leave yourself further and long inside the 15. So let's see if Nick Mullins tries to push it down the field a little bit. Second down, 17. They hand it off to Nick Chubb. Chubb inside the 15. Certainly not a play call that's looking like they're considering 4-down territory. It's third and 11 coming here.
That could really work out either way. Should have handed off here on second down to say, hey, because we believe we're going to have 2 more downs to throw.
Okay, right.
Maybe catch him off guard a little bit. But yes, definitely surprised me. You think you try to get some of that back so the decision would be a little bit easier.
Again, Alex Van Pelt called the plays today. Head coach Travis.
All right, man. 3rd and 11. Let's get it. What do you do here? I'm fine with either decision. I'll live with it. Nick Chubb. That's touchdown. I think that's defensive holding. Yeah, that's touchdown. He made the 4th and 5 play. Wow. 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 Hey, the play was designed for this angle route for Nick Chubb. It was there. He misses it. Okay. He decides to bounce out, way to stay composed, not panic, and he makes the play. Good job, Nick Mullins. Yep. And Harrison Bryant, way to not get too wrapped up in the play. All right, please make this extra point, kid. Oh, okay. All right, defense. Hey, man. Wow. Kid made a play. Kid made a play. Stay composed. Way to make a play out there. Oh, my goodness. This game is actually pretty good. Well, you also did a good job killing the clock. Now, remember, the Raiders wasted a timeout earlier in this quarter. So that's something that we're going to keep note of. 3:45. Hopefully you can get a stop here. Again, the credit deserves to go all around there. Mike Prefer, ballsy decision to go for it on that 4th and 5. I would be fine with either decision he made there. He goes for it on the 4th and 5. Nick Mullins, hey, look, you missed the first read. That was right there. Cool. Stay composed. There might be another play out there for you. You might be able to run it in. He stays composed, flushes to the right side of the play, and makes a play there to Harrison Bryant. Also got to give credit to Harrison Bryant because he got knocked on the ground that play. Got the penalty already, so the Browns already had the first down, but he kept his head in the game, didn't look for the flag or cry about the flag. Got back up, stayed composed, made the play. That's the first time I've seen this offense stay composed as a collective unit in a big-time situation like that all year. Hopefully that could be a turning point when the starters come back. They can have that same level of composure, but you'd love to see it right here. It's an absolutely tight, sweaty part of the game. Look, I don't think I said a word for about 5 minutes on this stream because that was tense. Tense as all hell. Now it's time for the defense to hopefully show up here again one more time. Make some plays here, and then who knows, maybe the Browns can get the ball back, get a field goal, and put this thing not away at all, but, make it a little bit more comfortable than 1 point right here. But it's on the offense did about what you're asking for minus the missed field goal, and that's special teams, right? Yeah, not taking the TO on the 4th down is huge now. Absolutely. Yeah, because the Browns still got 3 timeouts, right? All right, defense. Oh, Kyle Louetta is active. Okay. Richie LeCounte's playing. Wow. We are deep on that depth chart. Second and 4 here, 3 minutes left. Whew, 2:59 left. Oh, Miles almost got there. Pickett! Yes! Huge play, Greedy Williams! Get down! The defense steps up again. Oh, wow. The way to just play the outside, stick with it. Got it, baby. Tracking the ball. Now, Greedy, I don't know what you were doing once you got the ball. You seemed lost. All right. Why's the clock stop? Why's the clock stop? Why's the clock stop? Who called the timeout? The Raiders? Come on, let's get this first down. Ray Rag says Greeny finally had his head turned towards the ball. Hey, leave that man alone right now. He made a huge play. Wow. That's a big extra couple of yards Nick Chubb got there. They just used their final timeout here. Nah, he cut too early. Let it run to the 2. Yeah, he cut this in just a little short. He should have probably popped it out. But the good thing about that, though, that interception costs the Raiders all their timeouts in about 2 minutes of clock time. Just get a good punt here. A nice, strong punt. Good punt, good punt, good punt, good punt. Oh, no, it's not a great punt. Good bounce. Okay, Miles, we need a play. We need a couple. Oh, and he dropped it. Why does that name sound familiar? Good tackle. They're going to go right at Renfro here. Let's get a sack. They're going to spike. No, they're going to go. Shit. Holding. Oh, huge. 10-second runoff. Yeah. Can't let that happen. It's a 45-yarder. Oh, boy. We got strong winds. Don't call a timeout. Don't call a timeout. You got the win. Oh, he got it. Timeout. 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 Browns call timeout. All right, let's do it again. Same win. Same kick, and it's even better. You know what, though? To be honest, that one don't bug me as much as some other losses this year. That one don't bug me as much. Look, at the end of the day, I could sit here and be pissed off that the kicker missed that easy kick at the end of the first half, and that probably would have been a difference in the game, which, you know, that is the difference, and that does suck. But given all the circumstances this team had to fight through, third string quarterback, all these backups, they played a hell of a game today. Now, I know that don't mean nothing in the win-loss column, but we haven't seen that kind of heart from this team, and they showed a lot of heart today, and that means something. Again, it's a rough go about it. That definitely sucks to lose this game like that. But hey, man, you had Nick Mullins out there. You were really going to this game with the prayer and the chance. And it just ain't happened. Can't really be that mad at this, right? If they would have not scored any points, I would be upset. But they put up 14 points in the second half when we thought they couldn't even put up 3. Let's be honest, right? After that first half, we thought this team couldn't put up 3 points. Hey, man. It is what it is on that. It's unfortunate. But we always said 3 out of 1 can get you this division, can get you into playoffs. Now you got to beat Green Bay. I'm not too upset. Sly says, gotta love our kicker. Look, man, I'm not going to pile on. That dude ain't going to be on the team after today. You know what I mean? He might be on the team because they got all this COVID stuff going on. But trust me, the second they get a chance to get rid of him, he's gone. It's a wrap for him. So I'm not going to pile on him. He's done. The kicker's done. Yeah, the kicker's done, dude. I think he knows that too. It's a rough one, right? That whole situation drastically changes if you have the extra 3 points there. Ray Rag says, I don't like blitzing twice on that last drive, but this just means they most likely have to win out now. Absolutely have to win out now if they want to even have a chance at making the playoffs. And, you know, I don't mind blitzing at the end of this game, right? Because who's your best player? It's Myles Garrett. Who do you want to have an impact on the end of this game? Who do you want to put in position to have an impact at the end of this game? Myles Garrett, right? What's JOK, your second best player on defense? What's he the best at as a player? He's best at blitzing. You know, your best 2 players are at their best at blitzing. You got to give them a chance to win this game. That's just the defensive version of putting the ball in the playmaker's hands, right? Yeah, Sly says they didn't play prevent. You see them blitzes. Yeah, I don't know where people getting prevent from. I think people just say prevent instinctually at the end of a game when they just mad. But no, that was definitely not prevent. That was an aggressive attack there. They tried to put it in their playmakers' hands. They just didn't get that play on the defense. They got bailed out a little bit with the holding call. Still just couldn't the secondary, which has been held together by tape and glue at this point, right? It finally broke at the end of the game. Greedy had made a great play there. Yeah, Richie LeCount out there. It broke down at the end. Soul Train says third Raiders game in a row when we should have won. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure Raider fans don't feel like the Browns should have won this game. Felt like they escaped it because, the Browns didn't have no players for this game. But hey, for the first time since about the Cincinnati game, I'm proud of how the team as a whole kind of came out there again. In that second half, we did not think they were going to score that many points. And they came out ready to score. Max Al Dojo says, thanks for the fun watch party, Q. It was good, exciting game. We played right up to the bitter end. Yeah. Look, in this kind of game, all you can ask for is fight, right? And they gave you fight, right? It would be a different story if they would have just rolled over and, oh, man, we don't got our players. We're just going to let them beat us. Nah. They showed some fight. They showed some heart. They showed some toughness here. Lydia says, it sucks, but overall the game was way more entertaining than I thought it would be. Do you think the defensive calls end up losing this game? I think, yeah, you can make that argument that the defensive calls end up losing this game, but I ultimately don't blame Joe Woods for doing those defensive calls because what he's doing there is saying, I have Myles Garrett. I'm going to blitz. I'm going to put this game in Myles Garrett's hand. Now, Myles Garrett was hurt for like half this game, but, that's just the defensive version of putting the game in your best players' hands. Yeezy for POTUS says, shout out to AVP for being just as conservative as Stefanski with the play calling. I don't know why this is a surprise to people, but I've been telling y'all that AVP is not that different than what Kevin Stefanski is from a play calling standpoint. That's the philosophy of the offense. But hey, man, it is what it is. I'm happy they showed some fight because I thought this was going to get away from him and start the second half. Jacob Bell with the $5 super chat says, you got a bright future once you get a competent QB. If you guys get Dalton in the offense. Okay, this is a troll. Thank you, Jacob, for the super chat. But nice attempt at a troll. You're not going to get me with that. And once you said Dalton, you gave yourself away. That was a definite troll. Yeah, man. But defense put up a hell of a fight. They had people out too, a ton of people out in that secondary, and they lost like 3 guys during this game. And it just looked like at the end, that secondary just couldn't hold up one last time. Yeah, Yeezy Potter says Joe Woods did good for what he had out there. He did. He did. I think the offense, we could be mad at the play calling for the offense, but it being conservative is no surprise here because, one, it's Alex Van Pelt. He's not that much different of a play caller than Kevin Stefanski. And two, they had nobody on offense. All they had was conservative options, which was run the ball or tight end, right? So I'm not going to be too hard on the offense, right? Especially because, what did I say? Slide says Joe Woods, only coach who showed up this year. Appreciate that, Sly. But remember what I said at the beginning of this game all week, man. I really only expect this offense to be able to put up 17 points. And as far as the offense is concerned, they did everything that they were asked to do. I think you got everything out that offense. They put you in position to get that field goal at the end of the game. They got the 2 touchdowns. That's all I wanted the offense to do. It was up to the kicker to make the kick. Special teams had to show up too. Just didn't get it from all 3 phases. And when you're shorthanded like this, you're going to need it from all 3 phases, unfortunately. Brandon with the super chat says that 3rd and 3 should have been a pass play. You got to try and get the kill for the 4th down. GG nonetheless. I disagree with that, man, because I feel like if they don't run the ball there and they don't get it through the air, then we're talking about leaving too much time on the clock. Then we're talking about why didn't we put the game in Nick Chubb's hands? Like, sometimes you go to your playmakers to make plays, and sometimes they do, like we saw in the Kansas City game, and sometimes they don't, like we saw today. Philip Hamilton with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. It didn't say anything, so at me if you were trying to say anything, but appreciate the support nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, offensively, feel like you got out the offense what you needed to. Defensively, I felt like the defense really did do a lot for you to put you in position to win this game. You could have gotten more out of both sides, obviously. And then special teams-wise, they made one mistake. Unfortunately, that one mistake cost you 3 points, and that was the difference in the game. That's the difference. You just missed the field goal. That's really it. There's nothing else to be that mad about. DB Dog 21 says through a $5 super chat, I get conservative play calling. Mullins wasn't even looking at the surface between plays. That speaks volumes about the game plan. I don't think that's true, DB. I just think you did not see him looking at the surface, but I guarantee you he was looking at the surface between plays. That would be a ridiculous assumption to make. But appreciate the super chat, man. JB58 says, how do you fix the offense in the offseason? We're going to find out. We're going to see what Andrew Berry feels like is the fix for this offense, whether that be at quarterback, offensive line, tight end, or wide receiver. We'll see. We'll see what the fix is. I have no idea what the fix is right now, though. Would be lying to you if I said I had a fix. Well, yeah, man. Again, going into this game realistically, what did we expect the offense to do? I say 17 points. Again, the offense did their job. I felt like they did everything they were supposed to do. They got to 17 points. Well, they got you in position for 17 points. Unfortunately, Chase McLaughlin missed the second attempt at that field goal. That's a rough one. And then, they got you 2 touchdowns in the second half. Defense made some turnovers, got 2 turnovers. You were +2 in turnovers. Oh, my gosh, boy. Why are Browns fans so dramatic sometimes? Your Boy says, I'm no longer a Browns fan. This team is pure, utter embarrassment of the city of Cleveland. I just smashed my 4K TV in front of 30 guests at my cocktail party because of that game. I'm sad. While I appreciate your $10 super chat, I would urge you to look in the mirror and ask yourself if smashing your 4K TV in front of 30 guests, if that's what happened, who's really embarrassing themselves? Is it the Cleveland Browns or is it yourself? Appreciate the money, man. But come on, man. This ain't the smash your TV game. This is absolutely not the smash your TV game. Come on, man. What are you doing? Joey Keller with a $5 super chat says, what do we need to happen to make the playoffs after this loss? I mean, you need to beat Green Bay, and then you need to win out and then see where the cards lie, right? Because still as it stands, if you win out, and it does come to a 3-way tie, right? So still, if you win out and it comes to a 3-way tie, that means you still beat Pittsburgh and you still beat Cincinnati. You are the king of all the tiebreakers. The issue now is the Baltimore Ravens, right? Because the Baltimore Ravens can get to 11 wins still, I believe, and they can also, they're likely to get to 10 wins. So they get to 10 wins, you get to 10 wins, and the Cincinnati Bengals get to 10 wins, and Pittsburgh gets to 10 wins. I don't think all that's possible, but basically the way it goes is that if there is a tiebreaker and the tie is going to be at 10, the Browns have the tiebreaker over all 3 teams still if they get to 10 wins. The issue is to get to 10 wins now, you have to beat the Packers in Green Bay. That's what makes it difficult. 3 out of 1 still gets you it, but to get to 10 wins, you're going to have to beat Green Bay in Green Bay. If you do that, you're back on track. If you don't, it's going to be a rough way to get in there. But right now, the Browns still hold all the tiebreakers if they win out. Ray Rag says, with the $5 super chat, says, this team really looks like, hold on, man. Let me find that. Okay, we got a super chat here from Cleveland. Ethan says, coaching's been all right all game until they blew it in the last offensive and defensive drives. Happens every time we're in a close game. Clutch this year. I don't know, man. I wouldn't say they blew it, especially offensively. The offense just gave you what the offense had left. And defensively, again, the missed field goals really more to blame here than anything else. Ray Rag says with the $5 super chat, this team really looks like it's an above average quarterback away from being a good overall team. Hopefully Baker is it, but right now I don't know. Hey, I agree with you there. Tony R says, instead of people blaming Woods, people are really blaming Woods. Can we talk about special teams? It's been bad all year. Yeah, man, look, and let's be real here. We know why the Browns didn't win this game. Chase McLaughlin missed the 3-point field goal. It was a makeable field goal. It was a long one, but it was makeable. He had made it before. He missed that field goal on a well-executed 3-minute drive, and and missed. That's what cost you the game. You needed that field goal. I said you needed about 17 points to win this game. You just didn't get the 17. You missed the field goal. Got a super chat from Fox Den Gaming. You were right. AVP just as conservative as Kevin Mullins, 14 of 16 under 10-yard throws. Get the man a chance to win. Give Mullins the chance. I mean, I wouldn't blame. I don't think AVP's play calling was that bad today. And I'm not an AVP defender by any means. By any definition in which you would use that word. Trent Ramsey says, Week 16 Bengals and Chiefs win. Week 17, Rams and Chiefs win. Browns both weeks back in first. Again, the Browns, if there is a tiebreaker in the AFC North, right? The Browns win it if they win out. They got to win out. And even if they do lose to Green Bay, if it's like a tiebreaker at 9 wins, they do win out. But I just don't think it's going to be a tiebreaker at 9 wins. 10 wins is probably where it's going to be at. And if it's at 10 wins and you have 10 wins and you're the Cleveland Browns, you are going to make the playoffs. We'll see. Jared Job says, what name would we give Spider-Man if he played like Myles Garrett this season for the Browns? Webster Slaughter and Fun Ride or Die, Jared Joby. Appreciate the super chat, Jared. Next super chat is from It's Your Boy QC. This team has ruined my life and my party. I can't do this any longer. Goodbye, Browns fans. My 4K TV will not be missed. Love the cut, G. Hey, man. If the Browns do that to you, to be honest, like, if it gets that deep with the Browns, I would suggest not watching them anymore. Like, you got to take care of your health first. You know what I mean? If you can't watch the Browns without, like, it getting that deep to you, man, just gotta let them go. Gotta let them go. At that point, it's not healthy for you. I'm not going to encourage you to do anything that's unhealthy. Eric Spicer says, Chiefs win versus Pittsburgh. Bengals and Rams win versus Baltimore. Chiefs win versus Cincy. Browns win versus the Steelers. And Cincy game will be for the division. Yeah, if the Browns get to 10 wins, well, if the Browns can get to that Cincinnati game with 9 wins, they have a chance to win the division. It's not over till it's over, but we're running out of lifelines. I would say that. Joey Keller with the super chat. Why do we have a chance at getting back against Green Bay? Appreciate your hard work for the great videos. Again, the reason the Green Bay game matters now is it's about win total, right? So if you finish the year 10-7, it's likely that Cincinnati's probably going to lose one more game against the Chiefs. And then also, if you beat Cincinnati, that also puts them down to 10 wins. So even if they beat the Chiefs, even if Pittsburgh beats the Chiefs, if you beat those two teams and you win out, that means that they cannot get to 11 wins. They would only be able to get to 10 wins. If you win out, that puts you at 10 wins. Also, you have the tiebreaker over Baltimore if you win out, if Baltimore gets to 10 wins. You have the tiebreaker to Pittsburgh if everybody's at 10 wins, and you have the tiebreaker versus Cincinnati. So theoretically, it's not possible, but theoretically, even if all 4 teams in the AFC North do go 10-6, 10-7, my bad, 10-7, the Browns still can make the playoffs because they have the tiebreakers over everybody in the division. Because of Cincinnati dominated the division, but the Browns have beaten Cincinnati. If you sweep Cincinnati, what Cincinnati's division record is does not matter anymore because head-to-head changes that. So that's why getting to 10-6 can still win you the division, because if everybody else gets to 10-6, which you have a chance to personally 10-7, I'm sorry, getting used to this extra game. But if everybody else gets to 10-7, you have a chance to personally guarantee that those teams can only get to 10 wins. The only thing is Baltimore. You got to get some luck there with Baltimore. Hope they drop another game so that they can only get to 10 wins. Almac with a super chat says, I am now a Browns fan. Thanks to them, my TV repair business has gone through the roof. Who they? That's a quality troll, Almac. I'll give you that. That's a quality troll. That's a good one. I gotta give it to you. I respect that one. Let's see. Soul Train with the $2 super chat says, that man needs serious. I'm not going to psychoanalyze this man. I wish him well. I hope he calms down and finds a better way to deal with what he's going through right now, man. We don't got to roast him. Brian with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Brian. Rendar says, I'm going to need a word with Alex Van Pelt stands. Oh, man, Alex Van Pelt stands. Appreciate the super chat, dog. Fox Den Gaming says, $5 should have been more specific. I was alluding to the 3rd and 3. The play action he did good off of. I thought he could have put a first down there. Yeah, I mean, like, on any 3rd down and 3, I think the question is more, who do you trust? And if that question is Nick Mullins versus Nick Chubb, I think a lot of people would choose what Alex Van Pelt chose on that one. So I don't blame him on that one, right? Like, you're really asking him, you know, who are you going to trust in that situation? Nick Chubb or Nick Mullins? With the added benefit that if Nick Chubb doesn't get it, at least you get to kill the clock. And, you know, that's what they went with. And I don't really blame them for that. I wish they would have ran a different run play, or at least Nick Chubb would have been more aggressive in trying to string that thing out to the line of scrimmage instead of just kind of immediately going towards the gap just to, like, let the clock run so he didn't risk going out of bounds too. Again, I think Nick Chubb was a little bit too smart there for his own good. He should have just tried to make the play. Appreciate the super chats, though. Tristan Hollis says, just left the stadium, need a new kicker like yesterday. Y'all finally on my side with this kicker stuff? Are y'all finally on my side with this kicker stuff? Let me know. Let me know. James Pape with a super chat. Nick Mullins, pretty much the same stat line Baker always has, just one less pick. Wow. Why Baker catches strays, man? He gonna even dress for this. Y'all gotta leave. Let Baker, like, wait till Baker does something to get mad at Baker. Damn, man. We ain't gotta give him strays on his day off. Let that man live. Let that man live on his day off. We got a $10 super chat from Moose Gentry who says, on to the next one. Hopefully we can get the people back and win on Christmas. Go Browns. And I'm gonna be live streaming. I gotta get some Christmas decorations. I'm gonna have to live stream during Christmas. Get something going. Merry Christmas. Brian says with a $5 super chat, we never win by 7+. Every team in the division has an ace kicker. We haven't had one in 10 years. Inexcusable. I don't think Cincinnati has an ace kicker. I've seen that man smoke some kicks this year. They just drafted him, so they can't cut him. But yeah, Boswell's a good kicker. Justin Tucker's a good kicker. But the way this works with kickers is you got to keep rotating them until you get a good one. Right? Like, that's how it works with kickers, man. And the one thing I don't like about how Mike Prefer get down is he holds on to these kickers too much. And I'm like, we need to keep rotating them until we get one that's good. That's my philosophy. Once a kicker missed 3 kicks out of 5, he got to go, bounce him. Let's move on to the next. He ain't it. Got to have a real quick trigger with that. That's how the Ravens found Justin Tucker, was cycling through kickers. That's how the Steelers found Chris Boswell. Very rarely is it the dude that you draft. Carl Martinez, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Tony R says, I'll say it, Q was right about kickers. Look, man, y'all want me to dump on this man grave. He's already dead, y'all. We don't need to dance on it. That's not gonna put a win in the win column. He's already gone. We'll probably have a new kicker by Saturday if we don't have another outbreak. Hold on one second. It can get way harder than it needs to. Oh, man. But, yeah, when it comes down to it, I think both sides of the ball fell. Nah, man. Ray Rag says, come on, Q, dump on the kicker. Let us have some fun. Is it even fun? It's fun dumping on other people's kickers, but your kicker, that's not fun. That's a man that's going to have no job tomorrow. Like, Ray Rags, he has gotten the ultimate dumping, which means he's probably going to be dumped off the team. And yeah, is this an appropriate moment for me to tell y'all why y'all shouldn't be loving these kickers as much as y'all do? Absolutely. But I don't think anybody wants to hear that right now. We know we lost the game because of the kicker. We got all week to talk about that. I'll do it on AFC North Talk or something. But, right now, I'm not going to rub it in Browns fans' face that me, a Browns fan, and other Browns fans lost this game because of a kicker. That's not fun. Matt Milner with the super chat that says, hey, team did all they could to try to win this game, especially with the game like it comes down to who makes more plays on both sides. Yeah, absolutely. And look, with the unfortunate part of this is we knew going into this that the offense was going to be extremely limited, and that in order for the Browns to win, they had to execute and score points in every opportunity they had to score points, and they just missed that one opportunity to score points, and that cost them the game. Like the Brief says, you don't have call-ins anymore. Yeah, I've had issues with the call-ins, like an echo and everything. I'm looking to bring the call-ins back maybe for the last game of the year, because that's when I have a true post-game show. These next 3 games are all going to be prime time, so it's going to be too late to take call-ins, but maybe for the last game of the year we'll do some call-ins. Kurt says, DPJ drops worry me. He catches with his body too much. Yeah, he's a developing player. The drops are a concern. But let's be honest, though, on that last drive, DPJ was very clutch to get to the 14 points. So as much as he, made mistakes in the first half and dropped the ball, I feel like he really made some plays in the second half. Tony R says, how Chase get fired on his day off? It was not his day off. That man was at work today. What you mean? He lost his job. He lost his job because of performance at work. He wasn't off. Baker was on his day off. That's why he can't be fired. Like, he wasn't on that list. Man, they got to 30 so he could kick it there. Like, they put him in good. The offense really did everything they could to make sure he could have made that field goal. He just didn't make it. Yeah, JOK, I felt like JOK made so many plays today. He's an excellent player. Forced a fumble. All right, it's your boy with a $5 super chat. I'm going to just let y'all read that. I don't want to read that out loud. But, yeah, man. It's unfortunate. It could have been better. I think you could have got a more dominating performance out of the defense for sure. You could have got a better – well, I don't know if you could have got more out this offense than what you got today. I think you got all you could get out of them. Sean Sokin says we couldn't get 10 yards out of Chubb's last drive. Sean, I'm going to just ask you a question here, and I'm not trying to be rude. Did you see the first half? Dog, they struggled to get 5 yards for the first half of this game. The fact that they got it to 3rd and 3 was impressive enough to me. Like that was impressive that they even got it to that point, right? Keith with a super chat says, Browns are the Browns. Even if the kicker made the field goal earlier, I guarantee we would have given up the game. Touchdown. Typical Browns losing, blowing games. Man, the Browns really got you like this deep into like negativity. Like you might need to take a break from the team, man. It just doesn't seem healthy. Like, yeah, I'd be upset when the Browns lose and everything, but like, damn, some of y'all be going to some dark places. Rich Clark says with a $5 super chat, says crazy Phil was the only one of the bright spots for years. We finally have other things going for us. Now we really miss having somebody like Phil. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, y'all Phil Dawson, you probably win that game. But you had Chase McLaughlin. Try to tell y'all Chase wasn't that dude. You got to cycle them boys. Once he miss a couple kicks, you got to cycle him. And I thought the time to cycle him was 2 weeks ago. Before you had this COVID outbreak, I felt like, all right, man, you got to cycle through. Thought definitely you should have got rid of him last week. And also, it's not just like, oh, Quincy has an irrational hatred of kickers, and this is why I think this. There is a real logic to it, right? Because kickers are streaky. And when you have a kicker who's on a off streak, you got to get rid of him and try to get somebody else in who's not on a off streak. Like, it is cold-hearted, but it is analytics at the end of the day. That's how it works. Like, if you have a kicker that's missed like 6 out of his last 10, he can't continue to kick for you. You know what I mean? You got to get a different kicker. So that's where I'm at. Like, I know some people like to wait for the kicker to develop and we going to sit through, but I just don't think that's how it works with these dudes. If he ain't Justin Tucker, you can't sit through the cold spots because it can cost you a game. You got to just get you somebody who's warm. We got Kurt with a super chat says, how about Joey B at left tackle? I knew it was bad with that. Thank you for the super chat, Kurt. It's your boy says, what, should we fire the special teams coach? Nah, but he needs to learn to fire his kickers. Like Mike Prefer needs to let go of these kickers. He needs to just, all right, man, he's cold. Let him go. You know, we don't need to hang on to these dudes as long as he wants to. Ethan Riddauer with a super chat who says, where has Anthony Schwartz and Demetric Felton have been? Had great starts to the year, but silent since. They went back to the bench where they should be. They should not be playing big roles this year. I don't know why we were even doing that at the beginning of the year. Somebody said we can't take this offense to Lambeau and expect to win. I highly doubt the Browns are planning to take Nick Mullins to Lambeau Field. I highly doubt that's what they're hoping for. I think they're hoping to get all their starters back by Saturday. Tony R says, how do I feel about punters and our punter? I don't care about punters, man. Like, unless you fumble the ball as a punter, I'm not going to be tripping on you. Like, I don't care. I'm not tracking all these punts. Like, if you get it to the 20 or 30 relatively decent enough and you don't fumble the snap, you can stay on the team. Other than that, I don't care. You know. Sly says the problem is people really expect DPJ to be OBJ. Yeah, I think sometimes we forget that we have young players on this roster that are developing and that their development is not over. I think we get caught up in the now a little bit too much and don't look at the big picture. But that's kind of everybody. Yeet Man about to get yeeted from the chat. Bye-bye, Yeet Man. That was easy. It's just saying the same stuff. Did I miss anything else? Okay, Yeet Man got tracked. But yeah. Yeah, it's just, it is definitely tough to lose like that on a game winner. It's always tough to lose on a game winner. But hey, man. Game next week, Christmas Day, who knows? Maybe that's the day that Baker Mayfield going to turn it around and be the Baker we all thought he could be. Who knows, man? I've gotten wilder gifts for Christmas, right? We've gotten wilder gifts in our lives for Christmas. Ray Rag 14 says maybe Prefer is the Jim Tressel of special teams coaches, just gets attached to a player. Players he's asked to coach. I mean, he's an old school kind of guy, right? You know, I think I will admit my methodology when it comes to kickers is a rather new one, and I think that's why it comes off as so abrasive to so many people and why a lot of people like vocally disagree with my methodology when it comes there. But I don't think that doesn't make it right. But I do understand it's a old school philosophy. It goes against old school philosophy there. And Mike Prefer's an old school, long-term guy. You know, he's somebody who's like, hey, I think I can make something out of this kicker. I'm going to coach him. To me, a kicker is a dude who's here to kick footballs. And, you know, the second he misses more than a handful, he's gone. And then you bring in the next guy. And then until you get somebody for like who doesn't miss for like 14 or 15 games or only has 1 or 2 misses in 14, 15 games, that's the only time you hang on to him, you know. But until then, you got to rotate them. I think that's what some special teams coaches are doing now, but also some special teams coaches are pretty much against. And I get it. It's a new philosophy. I think it's the correct one, though, because if you look at anybody who has a good kicker, it's not because they drafted and scouted one. It's because they just ended up with one. Fox 10 Gaming says, when's the Madden franchise coming back? I don't know. I got to bring it back. Be honest, not in love with this year's Madden. So, like, it's hard to get on there and play it just because I'm not, like, the biggest fan of it. And there's a lot of other games I like to play more than Madden right now. I would say there are, like, at least 5 or 6 games. You know, I'd rather play than Madden right now. So it's hard to, like, focus in on Madden, but I might bring it back. And I do so much live streaming now versus last year, too. We should just sign Justin Tucker. Yeah, it's not that easy. Well, y'all stop letting these Raven fans come and trigger you. You know they're just trying to get a reaction. Yeah, so hey, we'll see. We will see what happens with this team. I'm feeling an 8-8 vibe or a 500 or one game over 500 vibe from this team. I think they might win those last two division games. I don't know if they beat Green Bay. Like, I would be reasonably surprised if they go out and beat Green Bay in Green Bay. I do think that they can beat Pittsburgh, and I do think they'll probably beat Cincinnati at the end of the year. This team feels very 9-8. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like a 9-8 team. I would be very surprised if they beat Green Bay. But if they do beat Green Bay, that does open the division back up for them. Now, what they do after that, I have no idea. It would take an offensive explosion and blown that we have never seen before for them to, like, actually be a threat versus what they have done right now. But, you know, hey, crazier things have happened. Crazier things have happened this year. But, you know, it's a down year. It's a down year. Still in it. We'll see. See, anybody else got anything else to say? What time is it? About 8:42. Arendal says, my daughter says Q looks different than before. He got a nice haircut. He looks nice. Appreciate the comment from your daughter. She likes to come and sit and listen when I watch and call in. I'm going to make sure I get a call in with you, Arendal, before the end of the season. I'm trying to remind me. I'm going to try to do it week 17, win or loss. We're going to have call-ins back. Appreciate the super chat, though. Whew, man. But all in all, I find it very difficult to be upset about this game. Like, unless I want to rage at the kicker, and for me to be upset at the kicker, I would have to have more expectations than what I think is necessary for a kicker, right? Like, I think that's probably why I'm not too upset, because, yes, the kicker did blow this game for you. But, you know, I never had the expectation that he was that good to begin with, so maybe it doesn't bug me as much. But honestly, I'm not upset. Again, I felt like the offense coming into this needed to get to 17 points. They did that in order to win this game, and I felt like the defense needed to keep it underneath 17 points to win this game, and they did that. The only difference is that, you know, although the offense did get this team in position for 17 points, they did not get the 17 points because we missed the field goal. And that missed field goal really stinks, you know. It absolutely doodly stinks. So since you didn't get that field goal, you didn't win this game, and I thought 17 would have won you the game. Just, hey. Hopefully they get a lot better hopefully LA Dogtown Dog Pound says, hey Q, why does our play calling is so predictable? Why don't we employ more two-back sets? We seem so vanilla. I think part of the reason they don't run two-back sets is because their quarterback's not a running threat, right? Like, in order for a two-back set to make a lot of sense, you need to be able to have that, you know, that triple option there where it's like you're worried about all three guys back there running the ball, and they just don't have that. I think you'll see it a lot more with the Baltimore Ravens once they get their running backs back. They do run a lot of triple back sets, but that's because, well, double back sets, and that's because their running backs are a threat, and also their quarterback is a threat to run the ball. So you get some of that triple option action going, and then, you know, you can get two lead blockers from your quarterback running. You can get a lead blocker each way. It just becomes very predictable if you don't have a running quarterback in that kind of set. So, yeah, I mean, like, look, we knew coming into this game that the play calling, the problems on the offense were bigger than what could be solved. And a short week of practice with, all this COVID stuff going on. So we knew going into this that the offense wasn't going to be amazing. I don't know if anybody expected that. Ray Rag says, has he missed enough kicks / points to cost us more than one game? I'm genuinely curious. I have to go back and look, but I mean, honestly, costing you one game is enough when you're not a superstar kicker, right? If you're not Chris Boswell, if you're not Justin Tucker, missing one kick that costs you a game is a wrap. But he definitely cost you this game. And then the week before, he almost cost you. Oh, he cost you the Ravens game too. Remember, he missed the kick there. That would have been the difference versus the Ravens when Lamar threw 4 interceptions. So yeah, that's 2 right there. He almost cost you the Detroit game because he didn't make the field goal. That would have just put the game away. What else did he do? I don't know, man. He's had a rough 6 game. He's had a rough since the bye week. He's been pretty rough. He's been pretty unbearable. But that's what I don't get, man. You're stuck with Cody Parkey all last year telling me, hey, man, Cody Parkey, he's the guy. Then Chase McLaughlin, you cut him for Chase McLaughlin. And then you stick with Chase McLaughlin. And then it's like you're going to end up cutting. Like, why are we sticking with these dudes through patches? The second they show a cold patch, you got to get rid of them until you get somebody who is not. Look, the difference between a good kicker and a regular kicker is if they miss 2 in a row, right? If they start to miss 2 in a row, they're more than likely regular. But like Justin Tucker, he might miss 1 kick, but he usually comes back, nails the next kick. And he's Justin Tucker. He can kick it from 60 yards. Chris Boswell, he might miss 1 kick, but he comes back, makes the next one. Or he might make the next 10 kicks, right? That's the kind of thing that you get from those kind of kickers. You rarely get a kicker who misses like 6 out of the last 10 kicks and then becomes a great kicker after that. Phil Dawson, right? Phil Dawson would miss a kick every once in a while. Come back right after that, make his next kick. What we're having with Chase McLaughlin is that, he missed a big kick, he missed another big kick, and then he made a short kick and then misses like a bunch of other long kicks. Like, it ain't in him, man. He ain't it. So we got to move on from him. Dylan Angus says, I think I'm going to be sick again. Take a breath, man. You good? You good, Dylan? Appreciate the super chat. Ray Rag says, then why is he still here? If he just got blocked, I would be more lenient, but he has just been missing kicks. I think he got blocked at the beginning of this cold streak, but that's only once. I think he only got blocked once, and I think that was on an extra point. I think everything else he's been kind of bad on. Again, man, this is that old school versus new school philosophy. This is why I argue with people on Twitter about kickers all the time. Is I think you should get rid of them the second they show some cracks, and everybody else wants to wait it out with them because of Phil Dawson. And Phil Dawson never showed cracks like that. That's why he was here forever. AJ&M says, do the Browns have a chance to make the playoffs? Yeah. I mean, the difference is if you would have beaten the Raiders today, you could, because let's be real. The AFC, the NFC loss thing, that doesn't matter anymore because I don't expect the Browns to make the wild card. The only way the Browns are going to make the playoffs is by winning the division. So the difference is now, coming into this Raiders game, you knew you had to go 3-1. And we kind of just wrote off that game versus the Packers as the one loss. But now you already gave up that one loss. So now you have to win out for the rest of the year in order to have a shot at winning this division. If you do win out, if you do win your next 3 games, you will more than likely win the division. If the Ravens don't get to 11 wins, right? That's the only team, if you win out, that can get to 11 wins. If the Ravens don't get to 11 wins and you win out, you are the division champion. If the Ravens do get to 11 wins, they win the division. But if the Browns get to 10 wins, and everybody else is at 10 wins, the Browns have the tiebreakers over everybody. If they get to 10 wins, they got 3 wins to get to 10, and they only have 3 games left. So if the Browns get to 10 wins, they can win the division if Baltimore does not get to 11 wins. So if Baltimore takes one more loss and the Browns win out, the Browns will win the division. So yeah, it's still possible. It's just it would have been a lot easier if you would have won this game. And again, that 3rd and 3 there, look, if you got Baker in the game, your first string quarterback, I can understand if you want to go throw the ball there. But I don't blame them for going with Chubb there. I really don't. It's just I just think Chubb should have been a little bit more aggressive and actually tried to get that first down rather than try to kill clock. Josh Rogers says with the $5 super chat, where do we go from here? We clearly aren't the 16 Browns. Oh, the 0-16 Browns, but a wide receiver or quarterback in this draft isn't fixing anything. I would say I think the fixes for this team are less about the external things that could come in and more about the internal things that they review and fix. I think that's more going to do it, right? And I think they need a whole offseason to internally review what did and did not work, why it did not work, and fix that. I think that's going to do a lot more than adding a bunch of wide receivers or adding a bunch of tight ends in the draft. I think that review, that adjustment process, that that opportunity for the coaching staff to grow and get better. That's where we're gonna get the biggest adjustment in the offensive side of the ball. Sly says with $2 super chat, we'll see what Baker is made of on Christmas. Absolutely. Hopefully he can come back and be a big dog player because we need him to. But yeah, that's the Browns' path to win this division is get to 10 wins. If you get to 10 wins, I would say if you get to 10 wins from right now, 10 wins probably gives you an 75 to 80% chance of winning the division. Yeah, Baltimore has to play Cincinnati this Sunday, so anything's possible for the Steelers and the Browns. Yeah, and if you're the Browns, this sounds crazy, but you want Cincinnati to beat Baltimore because then that puts Baltimore at their cap of winning is 10. And if you get to 10, that means you beat Cincinnati twice. So no matter what their division record is, you get the head-to-head over them, and you win all the tiebreakers. So you're going to want to root for Cincinnati this week if you're a Browns fan. AJM says Baltimore has to play. Okay, yeah. So, and I think Cincinnati and Pittsburgh both have to play the Chiefs. So we'll see what they do there. It could be possible that, 9 wins this division. I have no idea what wins this division anymore. I'm just saying, if it comes down to a tiebreaker, the Browns can win the division if they win out. If they don't win out, then I think if they split with Cincinnati, then Cincinnati wins all the tiebreakers. But if they sweep Cincinnati, the Browns win all the tiebreakers. It's a crazy world we live in. We'll see what happens, man. It's going to be an interesting rest of the year. Is there going to be a team in the AFC North that separates himself from the rest of the pack, or are we going to just kind of low-key NFC East this thing? We're going to find out about all these teams in the upcoming weeks. It's an important month here, but that's going to be it for me. I think I'm going to sign off right about here. I want to thank you guys for joining the watch party. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed yourself. We have had talk. Some of us have raged. Some of us have come to accept what has happened. But again, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a good night.